right. How's it going, everybody? Um, well, today we have a more of a laid-back stream, um, as well as more variety today. So, we're going to be doing a little bit more than just Overwatch today. We are going to be playing Overwatch, just not competitive. But that'll be later in the night. So, and today I actually will not be alone. I will have a friend of mine here with me. Very shortly, he should be here. And actually, I should have two people with me uh, fairly soon. So, just depends on whenever they can all get set up. I think one of them is in chat right now. Let's see. All right. Um, all right. Just waiting on my friend here to uh, be ready on Discord, and then we'll get started for the night. So, uh, if you guys, while we wait, you guys can just grab a drink or something to eat, you know. So, and we should be here. We should be ready shortly. So. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect.
Hello? Can you...
Oh crap, I'm good.
Yes.
Let's see.
Give me 1 second. I gotta figure out. I don't know.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could hear myself for a second, and that kind of scared me. All right. So, and you're on my stream right now. You can see like me.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. It should be a little bit delayed, probably. And
It is.
if you're hearing like my voice on Twitch as well, just mute it. So.
Oh, I did. I already
Okay.
did. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, we can get started. By doing the tier lists that we have today. So, first one we have is and it's not showing up, is it? Okay. I should probably change the title for the stream today. variety stream. Number 1. So,
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea for you.
probably. And we won't have a category unless we need a category. We probably need a category, don't we? I just have variety. No, okay. We'll just do Overwatch. But we are technically doing Overwatch today, so it should be
A little bit later.
a little later. So, can I? Okay, let me see. Might have to just move it over here. All right. Can you see it or no?
Hold on. Also re-downloading Twitch because for some reason the one that I had was not working.
Oh yeah.
Now all I see is a black screen and then you on the little corner.
Yeah. Let's see. Interesting. What if I did it on gameplay here? That probably does not. No. Hmm. Well, that's weird. Hmm. There we go. Can you see it now? Hello? Are you here? Art thou here with us? Alright, I guess we lost him. um, Alright, well, my friend currently is having some technical difficulties, so, I guess for now, what we can do is we can get started, maybe? Let's make sure you guys are seeing the right screen. Okay, good. So, and let me actually just do so that way I can see. Sorry guys, I'm just rearranging some stuff. All right. So today the first tier list we're going to be doing is the Marvel MCU movies and series tier lists. So, all right, yeah. So today we have what 7 categories? 7 categories. Damn near perfect for just the absolute legendary movies. Pretty good, you know. It's still like it's a really good movie, but I wouldn't put it at top tier. Solid, you know, it's a good movie, does everything right. It's just kind of not, you know, up in these 2 areas. Then it's okay. It's an average movie. There's some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. That's about it. Could be worse, you know. It's a movie that I would probably get bored in. Are you back?
I think.
Maybe.
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Great.
Nah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. And are you able to see my stream?
Hold on. I'm getting back in now.
Okay, yeah. I was just currently explaining the uh the tier list, like what each section sort of meant. So I was just saying how Damn Near Perfect was like a top tier MCU movie, pretty good. It was like some of those really good movies in the MCU, just not at that level, not at quite at that level. Solid movie is just, um, you know, it's good. It does everything right
Hmm.
in a way. It's just not nearly as good as the uh, top two. It's okay as average. You know, just an average MCU movie. Does things I do like, does things I don't like, or we like and don't like, stuff like that. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Um, is just, it's kind of those movies or series that are just in some ways just not good, but yeah. And then absolute trash is just like it's a bad movie, but you know. And then what even is this is just like it's unwatchable. It's just flat out horrible. So with that, I think we could get started. So first one is Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie. So
That's a good one.
yeah, I would put this at pretty good. Um, Seeing as it's like the very first MCU movie, um, I would say that I would say that it's a pretty good movie. I don't know if I could put it at damn near perfect, but I could
Hmm.
easily put it up here. What are your thoughts on it?
I think. Hold on, let me see this. I think we can put it damn near perfect.
Really?
I loved the first Iron Man. I thought it was great.
Right.
I could also be biased because Iron Man's always been my favorite, always been up there,
I
you
will say
know.
Iron Man 1 I do really like. It is a really good movie. I don't know. There's some things in it that I think like I just don't know if I could classify it as a damn near perfect. Like I think it's
Really?
I just don't know. I think it's really good. I think it's a really good movie. I think it's a really good start to the MCU. But I don't know. I think there are better movies in this list that are just better in a way. They so I don't know. I think there are just certain scenes in the movie that I'm just like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they could be done better. And as much as like the movie itself is good, I like the villain, but the villain is just kind of I don't know. He's not as convincing of a villain as yeah. So he's just not as convincing as some of the other ones on this list. So
Yeah,
with
I guess that's a fair point.
with that, I would put it at pretty good. So I think if we are in between here, I think it's fair that it goes there, right?
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
So
I'd be fine with that.
okay. Next up is the Incredible Hulk. So in the
I
past,
have a lot of mixed emotions about this movie.
I have thought this is a pretty shit movie. In the past, I thought this was pretty shit. But like as the MCU has gone on and the Hulk character has sort of changed over time, I kind of like this movie. I would put it at solid.
Really?
I would put it at solid because it's really the only one of the only Hulk movies where he is super intimidating. And I think that's a really good like thing for the Hulk character, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I felt like it didn't get enough credit when it first came out.
Yeah,
I felt like it was underappreciated,
right.
and got a lot of hate. But at the same time, I don't know. You gotta take it back to the time it was also made. The graphics weren't the best. Could have been better. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan of the actor that played him. I like the
you like
current
Mark
actor,
Ruffalo?
and yeah, I like Mark.
Okay. And I would agree
I
with
don't know.
you. I would agree with
I
you on
think it
that
was
statement.
I think it was still a good movie though. Like I
Yeah.
think that I think it was played well.
Oh yeah.
So I say it's between it's like it's okay in between a solid is what I
Okay.
would place.
Um, what were your? So I would definitely agree with you there. I think Mark Ruffalo, personally, I think he's better for the role. I didn't much care. I
Mhm.
didn't think Ed Norton necessarily fit with that. I don't know. It was just kind of weird to me. There was something off, to where I just didn't think he really matched with that, with the character of the Hulk. Um, what I really like this movie is how the Hulk is. He's a fucking rage machine in this movie. Um,
Yeah.
and like we don't really see, like, we do in some regards, like in the Avengers film in Age of Ultron, we see very similar Hulk, but and then in Ragnarok we see him kind of, but he's a bit different. But this incredible the Hulk that's in this movie, I think, is just a whole different animal here that we're talking about. Um,
Yeah, I can
that's
agree.
that's what I really like about this movie, which is why I would put it a solid movie, but I wouldn't put it up here. So, um, so you would say it's okay to average between these two? You would say between these two?
Yeah, I say it's an average between the two.
Okay. So I guess if I'm solid and you're an average between the two, I guess that puts it at solid. So, all right, Iron Man 2. I would put this at average. I I definitely think this is probably one of Iron Man's worst films out of the three. Um, but like I hated the uh I did not like Whiplash. I did not like Whiplash as a villain. um
Really?
no, I just did not like him. He just talked about his fucking bird all the time.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
I want my bird. Like, no.
yeah.
It's just like, I don't know.
I don't know. I thought he was a funny character. I kind of liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I mean, the
know.
whole backstory. I don't know how I feel about the backstory with him,
The backstory
but
I thought was kind of alright.
I
Um,
I don't think it was anything amazing. Like I don't think it was anything that really jumped out.
yeah.
But I
Mm.
don't.
It's like, yeah, I would, yeah, so like, where would you put Iron Man 2 at?
I would put Iron Man 2 probably an average,
In average?
just
Okay.
because an
So,
average probably yeah.
okay, so we agree on that one then. Okay. So, and I think Shelby is actually going to be joining us any
He
minute
is
now.
yeah. He just said that he was about to get on.
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so but for now we'll move on until like I see him on Discord and I can add him to the call, so um or he can join our call, I guess. Right. So all right. Next up is Thor, the first Thor movie. So what are your thoughts on this movie?
Mm, Man, it's been a while since I've seen that one. I think I like the original Thor out of most of them.
Right.
I think I like the original better.
Okay.
It was very well done in my opinion.
Okay.
I didn't really have a lot of complaints with that one.
Okay. So where would you put it on the scale?
Mm. I would put it at pretty good. I liked it.
Oh,
In
really?
my
You'd put it
opinion, it was
at
one of
pretty
my
good?
favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites.
Okay. As far as
What would you put it at?
I would put it at solid, but above Incredible Hulk easily.
Yeah.
Like I would put it here, but I don't think it's as good as Iron Man is.
Really?
No.
I think it would be below Iron Man, but I would think it's still pretty good. But if you
Hmm.
think it's a solid, I'd be fine with that placement, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now here's where we'll probably be at a divide. Captain America: The First Avenger. I would put this at pretty good. I am personally just a very big fan of the
I
Captain America character and World War
yeah.
II themed stuff. So I just loved this movie personally.
Also, let's just tell the truth. Chris did an amazing job at it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think he is a very great character. Or
Very great
gr-
person for the great actor for the movie.
I thought he matched this role
Oh
pretty
yeah,
well. Um, so I would put it at pretty good. What do you think?
I agree.
You agree?
I would
Okay.
definitely place it at pretty good. I
Okay.
really wouldn't go lower.
All right. Now next is the first Avengers movie. That's where I would put it.
Yeah, I agree. That was such a good movie. It set the story up for so many of the like.
Yeah.
Are you
Sorry.
there?
I'm trying to add. Here we are. I misclicked. All right. I'm adding Shelby to the call. So.
Oh, about time he joins.
Um, if he decides to join, it doesn't even look like he's online right now. But okay. Well, all right. So back to the tier list. I would say, yeah, the first Avengers movie. Oh, is he in? Hello.
Hello there. Is he there?
Maybe he's in. He's in the call.
I see him.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, he speaks.
How's it
Can
going?
you,
Can you hear it?
I can hear you guys okay. Can you
Okay.
guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, are you able to see the tier list? Have you gotten onto the stream or no?
Oh shit, I didn't know. Oh, sorry, I didn't even know I had to.
Oh no, you're fine. We're doing a Marvel MCU tier list right now.
Stream.
So yeah, I'll put it in the Discord right now. So,
Okay.
let me.
I also just sent you a friend request because I just realized uh, we're not friends on Discord, and I was kind of upset about it.
Oh, buddy.
Because how dare you do that?
I don't even know how to add friend. Oh, there it is. I don't even know how to
Accept.
add friend. Oh, there it is.
Hey, looky there.
All right, I just sent it in the
See if you
the chat.
see if you agree with our placements so
Yeah, so we've
far.
already done some of the movies here, and um, but
Oh my god.
what? Oh man.
We're having fun with these placements so
Oh
far.
yeah, so far. And we'll put your opinion in as well to if we need to shift any of them. But
Okay. This is weird. All right, so how I'm doing this right now is I'm using my Discord on my phone,
oh yeah,
and I have it like to where I'm running through headphones right now.
right.
But there's a delay on the Twitch, and so I'm hearing you talk twice.
Oh, just mute
Yeah,
your
I
Twitch.
know it's kind of
Mute
weird.
Twitch.
I muted Twitch.
Oh, that is so much better,
Yeah, there you
Aiden.
go. Yeah, just mute Twitch. There you go. All right. So you can see the screen then, right?
Yes, I can see the screen, and I can see you talking in delayed time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to watch.
It's a little weird, yeah. So we have
So, what do you
seven
think about that
categories.
placement so far?
Yeah, 7 categories from best to worst. So damn near perfect, we have Avengers, the first Avengers film. Pretty
Okay.
good, we have Iron Man and Captain America, the first Avenger. A solid
Okay, the first Iron Man I feel like needs to be damn near perfect.
That's what I said.
That's what Justin said. I was the one that was like, I think it's pretty good. I don't know if I can put it at damn near perfect. Mainly because I don't think the villain is as not convincing, but like as good as some of the other ones on this list.
Okay, but my
Yeah.
I
So
have
look,
more of
right?
a counter argument to it though.
Mhm.
Iron Man was the one that started the MCU. If you
Right,
think
of
about it, he
course.
literally built a fucking suit in a cave under camera supervision.
With a bunch of scraps.
Like with people that wanted, yeah, with a bunch of scraps that people wanted to kill him. Like
Yeah. I
So
mean,
he
if you want to go at
literally
this,
started this in a fucking cave in this movie, and you don't want to put this thing at damn near perfect.
I feel like if we were doing this on like a tier list, like S rank and whatnot, I
mhm,
feel like then it would deserve S rank for sure.
right,
But I still think it deserves damn near perfect because if you look at the scale of the movie, right?
right.
This is like his origin story. It's just Iron Man. It's
Yeah.
just, so when you want to talk about like the scale of the villain in it,
Mhm,
Obadiah Stane goes, behind Tony's back
mhm.
and is, basically selling his weapons to terrorists and whatnot, right?
Right.
That is a pretty
Mhm.
big bad thing to do.
I mean,
But
right,
then
true.
he straight up almost murks Tony with the hearing thing and
Yeah,
steals the arc reactor because he couldn't do it himself. And then
right.
he builds a bigger, better, badder version of the Mark One suit
Mhm.
for that final fight. I think it was damn near perfect the way that they did it.
Okay.
If you want to think scale wise, right? Because
Yeah,
you can't look at like Avengers, like
right. You
the
can't
first Avengers
scale them the
movie or
same.
Endgame
Yeah.
or whatnot. Yeah, because it's
Mhm.
it's a whole team and they're fighting space aliens. You want to
Right.
look at this is the origin story of Tony Stark, right?
Right.
So if you look at it on that scale, then it is by all means a almost perfect movie, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you've okay. You convinced me, honestly, because like
Good,
it was one
good.
of those movies where I could be convinced it was damn near perfect, but I wasn't sure if I could put it up there unless I was convinced. So, all
Yeah.
right. So now at pretty good is the first Avenger.
Hmm.
Solid movie is Thor and the Incredible Hulk,
Okay.
and then it's okay or average is Iron Man 2.
All right. I feel like that's kind of warranted.
I
See, I'm
just
like a sucker. I'm a sucker for the Iron Man franchise.
okay.
I
That's what
really,
I agree.
I really liked Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
I think it, deserves at least solid movie because none of the Iron Man movies are as good as the first one. But I feel like plot wise, it definitely lacked in places. But I feel
Yeah.
like it had a good villain. It went more into Tony's backstory, and his father's backstory with the Ivan Vanko thing, and how their parents both worked on the arc reactor thing. And
Hmm.
I feel like it gave a lot more to the story, but there were definitely some things left to be desired and whatnot. Um,
Yeah.
but come on, the
Uh
War Machine suit in that, you gotta,
I mean
you know,
the
in
only
that final fight,
I
you gotta
like
give it at
Iron
least a
Man.
solid movie.
Like I like Iron Man a lot, but I think this is by far the worst one out of the three movies.
Oh, really?
This Iron Man 2 is by far the worst out of the three movies, I would say.
I think 3 is the worst.
Really? Okay. Well,
Really?
we'll get to 3 soon. We actually have a
Okay.
Yeah.
first time chat. Melonhead, he said that the Incredible Hulk isn't even solid in his opinion. So the reason why we kind of discussed a little bit before. I think the Incredible Hulk is a solid movie because it is it's the movie that we really get to see a true rage machine in. And I think, and like I was in your same boat, Melonhead. like a few years back, I thought that like this movie was not very good at all, in my opinion. But I feel like we definitely have seen this, like in the movie, this character. While I don't think the movie is perfect by any means, but I think it's solid enough because the actual Hulk character is something that, like, it's a complete rage machine. It's very intimidating in the movie, if that makes sense. What do you guys
The
think?
The Hulk feels more like the Hulk in
Yeah,
the Incredible Hulk
exactly.
movie
Exactly.
with Ed Norton.
Yeah.
I don't like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
Yeah.
It seems like they
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they really like nerfed the character of the Hulk.
And I would
You
agree
know?
with that. But
In the like the Avengers movies and whatnot.
yeah. I would
I
say
Yeah, I
like
guess I
Ed
can't
Norton's
agree with
Hulk
that
a lot.
statement, but
I would say he was good though in the first Avengers movie. And Age of Ultron, I would say as well, especially like with the
I
Hulkbuster
think
fight.
I think Banner is good in
Yeah.
the Avengers movies, but I don't like the new Hulk character. Like, or I guess
Okay.
not new now because he's Professor Hulk, but um, like the Hulk from the first Avengers, I feel like they really, I don't know. He feels too mellow. He's not the Hulk. Because
Yeah.
like I know that you can't make everything like the comics, but I mean, in
Right.
the
Mm.
Of
comics, when the
course.
Hulk would take damage, it was like instant heal, and he'd get more bad and get
Yeah.
bigger and
Yeah.
stronger. And I feel like
yeah.
they really captured that
Mhm.
in the Incredible Hulk. Now the CGI in it is horrible. I will say that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. And the
yeah, but
Incredible
you
Hulk, it was.
also think of the time
It
period.
was also
I mean,
2008, I think, when it came out.
yeah.
So, but then
I mean,
again, so was
it
Iron
wasn't
Man.
like
So was Iron Man.
terrible,
If you
but
think about
yeah.
it, Iron Man was in 2008 as well. But
Right, and
um,
it had better CGI in my opinion, but I think
yeah.
it was because like the way the studios, because the Incredible Hulk was done by Fox, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it
Remember-
was
Okay.
Fox. Maybe. I don't know exactly. But
Because it's not part of Disney's line, but it's still
right.
MCU
Yeah.
because
So
of, I mean, it's because of the Abomination thing now, but also with Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark cameo at the very end of, I mean, it ties him into or the Ed Norton Hulk into
mhm.
the
Right.
MCU, and I guess now with She-Hulk, they're
Yeah.
talking about how
Yeah.
they're referencing back to the movie, so it is part of
Right.
the MCU.
It
It was
is
a different
part of
studio,
MCU canon. So all right.
right?
So would you agree with what we have so far here, Shelby?
You know, it's one of those movies where I want to say it's a solid movie, but I
Mhm.
don't know if it deserves to be an average or not. I think
Yeah.
it could fit into either well enough. I liked the plot to it. I liked the villain Abomination,
Mhm.
and I liked how they did his origin story and everything.
Right.
I wish, we would have gotten more Betty out of it because there's no
Yeah.
Betty in
I would
the
agree with
newer.
that.
But I mean,
Um.
yeah, I'd say solid movie, even though the CGI was pretty poo poo caca.
Yeah. And Iron Man 2, I know you guys both like that movie, but and want to put it up higher. But like, what are your
I
thoughts
What
feel
on
like
Iron
happened
Man 2?
then?
I feel like Iron Man
I'm going
2
off the
is
Discord
at
chat.
least the
What
same level as Thor.
At least the same level as Thor. So you would say
It's
it's like
gotta be.
here or here? Like, would you put it above Thor or below Thor?
I would put it solid movie. I wouldn't give it more than solid movie, but I would give it solid movie.
Okay. And what were you saying, Justin?
I was kind of going off the chat. I was gonna ask him like what happened in Age of Ultron that made you kind of make that decision.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so Melonhead, what would you
Like,
why
was it the fight that happened between Iron Man and him? Maybe because
the
he went
Hulk?
full rage. Like,
Right. Um yeah, so because I mean
we can keep moving, but
yeah, I could definitely see, like, I personally just put Iron Man 2 at average just because it's just kind of I liked some things in it, but I just I don't know. I thought it was the weakest out of the three, but if you guys both think that it's a solid movie, I'm down to put it in a solid movie. But
I feel like even if it's the worst one in your opinion, you have to at least agree it was just as good, if not a little bit better, than The Incredible Hulk and Thor. It's at least got to be at the same level.
and that
as
I can
those.
agree. That I can definitely agree with. So
That's why I feel solid movie is justified.
all right. Next up, Iron Man 3.
So, like we just said, this one's my least favorite. So I would give it average at best. But
Average at
that's
best.
my vote.
Okay. I would put this probably a solid movie. I personally, so here's a funny story with this. So when I first went to go see Iron Man 3, I think it released in 2013.
Yeah.
I had the worst movie theater experience ever. Have you guys ever sat in like the very front row at a movie theater? At like an IMAX theater? At an IMAX
Yeah,
theater?
you gotta look
Yeah.
up.
You gotta look up for 3 hours. My neck was killing me after the movie. I felt like I was looking up to I was just like this the whole movie, just like
Oh dang.
it was horrible. I mean, I couldn't even focus on the plot of the movie because my neck was just in pain the entire time. It was just like, I mean, it was terrible. But so I didn't really get a good like thought out like my thoughts on the movie. So
Mhm.
until I watched it the second time, and I would say that it's better than Iron Man 2, but not by much.
You know, Melonhead's kind of taking a stand with us, saying it's average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't by any means think that it was a bad movie. I liked Iron Man 3.
Right.
I just think that it was the worst of the three, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not to discredit it at all, because it was a
Right.
good movie. I enjoy watching it.
Mhm.
I just,
Yeah.
I think they really dropped the ball with the Mandarin.
Yeah, and I could
Yeah.
agree with that too. So, all right.
He
So-
was kind of hyped up real bad and then just kind of let down.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that being said, I love the character of Trevor and his later role in Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
and I liked him in Iron Man 3.
Mhm.
I just don't like that they went the direction that they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about the little? Did you guys watch a little clip of like the?
Oh,
it
I
was
think
on
I know
Disney
what you're
Plus,
talking
like
about.
Trevor's character.
Yeah, I did.
from
I
the
watched
prison.
it. It's been a little bit since I watched
The
it.
Ten Rings one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I liked that too.
I thought that was
I like
pretty
Trevor's
good.
character. So, all right, I'd be down with putting it in average. So, Thor: The Dark World. Thoughts?
See, this is another one where I have a very controversial stand. I really like Thor: The Dark World because I like how it expands the Thor universe when it gets into the Dark Elves backstory and whatnot, the Dark Elves background.
Yeah.
And it introduces, I forget what it's called in the movie, 'cause it's been forever, but the Reality Stone
The Ether.
is basically what it is. The Aether. The
Or
Aether.
Aether.
Yeah, I like how they introduced it with like Jane finding it, like a human finding it and everything.
I think there are definitely some redeeming qualities in this movie that are like not really focused on. Like people don't really focus on some of the redeeming qualities in this film, but Melonhead in the chat said absolute trash.
Absolute trash, yeah. I will say,
man.
like a lot of the downfall of a lot of Marvel movies,
Mhm.
it was very rushed,
Mhm.
I feel. So
I think it could be worse.
My personal vote would be could be worse.
Yeah.
Even though I did like World.
I think
I don't think it deserves absolute trash, but I think
Yeah.
it could be worse.
I think it could be worse. It's a good concept, which is why it isn't in the most bottom tier. But yeah, and I could agree with that. Execution sucked. Yeah, I could agree with that, Melonhead. It was there were definitely some very like not. There were definitely some things in that movie that just did not hit at all. So okay, so are we all good with could be worse here?
Yeah.
I'm okay with could be worse. Yes.
Okay. So next up, I'm gonna skip over Guardians 2 and we'll just go to Guardians 1.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Um,
I
I don't
think
really
There.
have a lot. I don't really have a lot of complaints with that one. I thought it was cool in the beginning. Like I really like the beginning scene of like Star Lord on the planet and everything.
Right.
And I loved how they introduced him.
Yeah.
I would say pretty good is a very good spot for
Yeah.
Guardians 1.
I
I mean,
think-
it was
I think it was really close to damn near perfect, but I don't think I could put it at damn near perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Melonhead. I think you got it just right. Almost top tier, but just not quite. Yeah,
Just
I would
not
agree
quite.
with that. I would agree with that.
I think they kind of nerfed Ronan a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
mean-
just
Yeah.
a tiny bit.
Yeah, I think
Just
they
a tiny
almost
bit.
they've nerfed
But it's
a ton of characters in the MCU just because
for
you
sure.
know
But
in the comics
it's still
some
one of the greatest movies in my opinion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's not perfect, but
It's not
it's
perfect.
almost there.
But all right, and then now we'll do Guardians 2. So
Guardians
this
2 was perfect.
really, you think it's perfect?
Perfect.
I would say it's
I thought-
worse than
fucking
Guardians
loved
1.
Guardians.
I would
No,
say it's worse than
Guardians
Guardians
2 all
1.
the way for me.
Really? Okay, why would you say
Yes.
that?
Why would I say that?
Yeah, why would you say
Have you
that?
seen Guardians 2?
I have,
It's
yes,
perfect.
but I agree.
Okay.
Very top tier.
So-
Okay, Melonhead agrees with you. So.
What would you say was like favorite part of the movie then?
My favorite
Like,
part
best
of the
part
movie.
that really brought out
So
your decision.
I love this movie because it really goes into the character of Star-Lord. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So it kind of gets into his backstory in 1, but
Mhm.
1 is just introducing the Guardians of the Galaxy, how they form,
Right.
and their start as a team. This really goes into like what happened with his mother, who
Mhm.
his father really is. It goes into what really went down with Yondu kidnapping him. It
Mhm.
gives further insight into Yondu's character and like the lore and culture around the Ravagers and whatnot. It just like really expanded the Guardians of the Galaxy universe and the universe itself for me. It was one of those super expansive, lore expansive, just all around amazing movies.
Yeah. Melonhead just said in the chat, off topic, but Guardians of the Galaxy game was amazing too. I actually
I
agree
also
with that.
agree with that.
I agree
Yes.
with that.
That was a good game.
It was a good.
I enjoyed
Did you even
playing
play,
it.
Justin? Did you even play through all of it?
I didn't finish the story all the way, but I
Bruh.
played most of it. I was almost done with it.
It was very good.
I really liked that game. So I would definitely agree with you, Melonhead. So Guardians 2. I would say that it's worse than Guardians 1. I just think there are some things done in Guardians 1 that are better than in
Like
Guardians
what?
2.
Give a comparison of what was done in both 1 and 2 and how 1 did it better.
Let's see. I'm just trying to think.
Get to see, like, in Guardians 2, you even get to see the relationship between Gamora and
Mhm.
Nebula and how it turns from a hating each other to,
Right.
you were the sister, you were there for me. I love you. And,
Mhm.
it's not just Star-Lord. It's like all of them. It goes into Rocket's backstory a little bit when he's talking about, being taken apart and put back together. It's just
Okay.
every moment of that movie was just pure perfection to me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will say I really liked how they did Yondu in Guardians 2 as well. I thought he was like that was a really cool like character progression. Oh man, this is okay. I could see putting it above Guardians 1, but I don't think I could put it in damn near perfect. I still don't think I could put it in damn near perfect. Justin, you haven't really
I'm
spoke
telling
on
you
this.
to.
You have a nice book
Melonhead,
on
who
this.
knows you, is telling you to put it in. I think you need to listen to.
It could definitely go in damn near perfect.
Okay.
Put it
I
in
like
damn
the
near
movie
perfect.
personally.
All right. It's going in damn near perfect. So then, out
Good.
of these three, then where would this go? Or do you think
Out
it's
of what three?
out
I
of the
would
damn near perfect? Or do we
I
want to
would
go
put
that
it
far? Do
definitely
we want
before. I would put it before Iron Man.
so here?
As much as I love the Iron Man films, I loved how like this. I loved how the second one introduced literally how his dad was a fucking planet. You know, and just like how awesome he was.
I think it needs to go before Avengers.
Really?
Really?
I really love this movie.
I don't think I could put it above Avengers, and I think
You
Justin's
can't
in
put
the
it above
same
Avengers.
boat. Or in the
All right,
same boat.
I'm fine with leaving it between the two.
Yeah.
I'm fine with leaving it
Okay.
between the two.
Next, we'll go.
Also, I don't know if you saw in chat there, Melonhead knows you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
So, all right.
Just wanted to make sure you weren't skipping over some.
Oh yeah, no.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
Some
I saw
important
it,
messages
so.
there, friend.
Oh yeah. Okay. Next up, we're going a little bit out of order out of here, but Ant-Man. Solid. But
I really like the Ant-Man movies.
Here?
I would have to say the first one is pretty good.
Okay, I could get back. I could get behind that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I could get behind that. Really, Ant-Man is like top 3 Marvel movies for me. Melonhead said. All right. Any like
Why?
why is that?
Is
Like,
there any? Yeah. Is there any specific reason?
yeah, I'm
I'd be
curious as to
for what he
why.
said.
Because like I mean I'm not in disagreement here. I'm just saying like well, I'm curious as to why it is top 3 for you. But yeah, I would definitely say it's at least probably pretty good for me.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I would.
I
Say
wouldn't
it's
give
pretty
it damn
good.
near perfect, but I would give it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like what we said with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's
Mhm.
almost perfect, but not quite.
Okay. Yeah. I just like Melonhead said. I just like the. Oh, sorry. I just love how they did him. Okay. Well, if my chat would be. I don't
He said,
think
"I
the
just
movie.
love how they did him. I don't think the movie itself is perfect because there are plot holes, but he's such an interesting character. Plus Paul Rudd, because
Fair enough.
Paul Rudd.
I mean, yeah, Paul Rudd, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that is a pretty perfect casting choice. Paul Rudd playing Ant-Man. I will say he did a really good job playing that character.
For sure.
So I would probably put it here in the rating, but I don't think I could put it at damn near perfect. Because I don't, when I think of like a legendary Marvel movie, one that is just top tier, I'm sorry, this is just my opinion, but I don't think of Ant-Man. Like, it's pretty good. I would definitely watch it. It's one of those movies that are pretty good in my opinion. But I just don't, like, it's not my first choice. So.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, up next, we'll do Captain America the Winter Soldier.
I personally really liked this movie.
That's where I'm
Like
going to be putting it.
I think it was pretty damn good. Yeah. That's one that I like to go back and rewatch all the time.
Yeah. I really, really like the Winter Soldier movie. It is.
You put it up in damn near perfect?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it is like one of
Do
the
you
best.
disagree?
I think it
You know,
does.
I don't know. I really like the Winter Soldier,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think it was damn near perfect.
Really?
Really?
Okay, so what did you not like about it?
I don't know. Like, it was a good movie. I just didn't really enjoy it that well. No, I did. I enjoyed it very much.
Okay.
I just, It's a good movie. It's really is a really good movie.
Hmm.
I think my biggest like nitpick with it is I just didn't like the fact that Shield didn't catch on to anything. You know, they're supposed to be like the highest security system, like
Right.
secure organization, and they couldn't even figure out that. Oh, until it was too late, kind of. I don't
I mean,
know.
Yeah.
I can understand that perspective,
I just
but at the same time, it led to like a great story.
yeah, and I just really one of the things I will say is that this movie by far probably has the best like choreography when it comes to like the fight scenes.
Yeah, because a lot
Hmm.
of the stuff they did in
Easily.
that movie was like practical.
Right,
So
exactly.
a lot of the CGI in it was,
Very minimal.
like very, very, yeah, minimum minor.
Hmm.
So I think that really added to it. I think that it deserves mid, pretty good, or high, pretty good. I don't think it deserves
Interesting.
perfect.
And Justin, you say it's perfect, right?
I say it's perfect because I think I agree that Shield, like, yes, it should be this organization that should have caught on, should have seen what
Hmm.
was going on,
Right.
but at the same time, it really helped show like Captain America's, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? His strive to make things right and strive to prove that like not everybody's bad and really show his skills of
Skills and
how he
heart.
proved it. Not only that, yeah, but
Yeah.
also showed a lot of Black Widow and her character, and
Yeah.
showed all of her different
Did it
skills
though?
of evading capture and like all these other kind of things.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's why I liked it.
Okay.
I don't know. I just can't agree with perfect. I think it deserves mid, pretty good at best.
Huh. So
Like
I guess to
I liked it.
average
It's a
it,
very good movie. It's a very good movie.
yeah.
But I don't know. I just can't agree with putting it in perfect. I feel like there are by
Oh man.
far better deserving movies.
Yeah. I think so. I guess if we were to average it between the three of us, it would definitely still be in damn near perfect, but just lower in the scale, I
If
guess.
you're gonna give it damn near perfect, I think it needs to be the last one
The
behind
last
Iron
one.
Man,
Okay. All right. Um.
which I still don't agree with, but
Yeah. If we were to
that's where it's
average
Yeah.
gotta
it.
be put, in my opinion.
All right. Next up. Um. I think this is yeah. Homecoming. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Justin, where would you put this?
Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'd
I
say pretty
would
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
I'd
Ant-Man
I'd be
level for
with
me.
I'd be I'd be good with pretty good or solid.
I would
Either
say it's
one of
pretty
those
good.
two.
I would say it's pretty good as well. I wouldn't I wouldn't say it's better than the first Avenger, personally, but I would say it's still pretty good. But all right. Well, we seem to be all in agreement there.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we'll go with Black Widow, the Black Widow movie.
It'd be worse. No, no, you know what?
I'm
I
thinking
like
one of these two, personally.
I I
I was
I
very.
like
Really?
It was a
I
very
like
I
the
don't
Black
underwhelming
know.
Widow
movie.
movie.
It was a very underwhelming
I
movie.
have a controversial opinion. I liked it.
Okay, so where would you
Yeah,
put it?
but
I loved Yelena.
Yelena?
Loved the
I
character, loved
I like
like
that
the
it went into her
comedy behind
backstory
it.
and it showed the Russian family.
Yeah.
Because I like all those characters. Oh, fuck, I can't even. Red Guardian is one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Right.
Um, but I just feel like they severely dropped the ball in with how the movie was executed. Plus, how the fuck are you gonna write Taskmaster as a
Oh,
woman?
yeah, don't get me
What the
started.
fuck is that shit? It's
Yeah,
gotta be
I guess I
absolute
can agree
trash.
with that.
The way they did Taskmaster was so dirty, in my opinion.
And he's like one of the main. I guess she in the film is like one
Yeah.
of the main villains, and
Right.
it's not even because the character has a photo.
Yeah, it's
What
like
the fuck is it
tech,
called?
photographic memory.
Yeah, it's they just download the move sets into her
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
It's I don't
Mhm.
know. I didn't like the villain. I
Right.
love
I
the
like
Russian
Yelena.
family,
Yelena
but
and like the Russian family, I think were pretty good.
I
Yelena is
think
one
it's
of
got to
my
go
favorites.
absolute
She's
trash.
hilarious.
Really? Absolute trash?
Yes.
Absolute
Oh no,
trash.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I agree with that.
I think it's worse than Dark World. I think it deserves absolute trash.
I would say it's worse than Dark World.
Really?
So Justin, where did you say you'd put it at?
I would put it at a pretty good movie. As I said,
Holy
I have a
shit.
controversial
Holy
opinion.
shit,
I
not that
really
high.
freaking liked it.
Damn.
The only part I didn't like is how they did Taskmaster.
So you're saying that Black Widow is better than like all of these movies below it?
I would settle for a pretty good. I don't know if I would say it was better than Iron Man 2, but I really liked it.
I guess
Aiden, if you put that above absolute trash, I'm gonna stab you the next time I see you.
You see, I
Well,
could put it
am
at could be
outwitting
worse.
you,
I
but
could
Put it
could be
behind Dark
worse.
World at least.
I
and
could put
be
it
worse.
I could put it here and be okay, but I personally just did not like it at all.
It deserves worse than Thor: The Dark World.
Oh,
Whether
yeah.
it could be worse or absolute trash, it just needs to be below them.
Yeah. Oh man. All right.
The movie was bunghole, even though I like Scarlett Johansson's character.
Right.
The movie was bunghole.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we'll go with Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is such a good movie. It's one of my favorites.
is
I
I
like
think
Doctor
it
Strange.
deserves perfect.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know
think
if I
it
go with
deserves
perfect.
I would
It
put it.
deserves.
I
Okay,
would say
if you're gonna
pretty
put it
good.
pretty good,
I
it's
would
gotta
put
be
it high,
top
pretty
pretty
good. I'd put it like
Top
here.
pretty good.
I'd put it
It's
here.
definitely before Ant-Man. Yeah, definitely before.
I'd say
Ant-Man.
before Ant-Man, but not before Guardians 1.
I have to disagree, but okay.
Oh man. So why would you put it damn near perfect? Shelby.
Have you seen fucking Doctor Strange?
Well,
the first
yes,
one?
but
It's immaculate.
I mean, yeah, it's good. It's like a pretty good movie, but I would not say it's top tier.
I love how they go into the whole like he is a piece of shit person.
Right.
He is such an egotistical narcissist, and
Mhm.
all he cares about is the fame and the
Right.
money. And
Yeah.
once he loses it, by the end of the movie, his transformation is just.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
it's
chef's
crazy.
kiss.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's two completely different people, but like from the beginning to the end. So I would agree with you on that for sure. I don't think at all that it's a bad movie by any means. I think it's a pretty good one of the like really good movies, but I don't think I would put it at damn near perfect. I just don't know if I could, but I don't think it's.
I'd be fine with pretty good,
Mhm.
but you've got to put it above Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know if I could do that though. I really liked Guardians 1. I don't know if I can put it above above Guardians 1.
I would not put it above Guardians 1. I thought Guardians 1 was better.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck you both.
Oh man. All right. Next up.
Sorry, your opinion cannot be seen.
Next up. Captain America Civil War.
Where did we put Winter Soldier?
We put it at top bottom of top tier.
Okay, put it above Winter Soldier.
Okay. I would put it just after. Personally.
Just after, I would put it above because they go.
I would put it.
If you want to talk about them getting into the backstories, or not backstories, but into the like better character development
Right.
of Black Widow and whatnot. Civil War does it better. Civil
I
War
guess that's true.
explains
Yeah.
a lot of Black Panther. It goes
True.
into more of what the fuck is her name? Wanda and Vision's relationship. It just
I guess it is in a lot of ways just a better Winter Soldier.
it is.
I guess I could see that.
It needs to go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect movie because there were some flaws with it.
Hmm.
But I really liked the villain. I really
Zemo,
liked the division that was caused
yeah.
between Tony um and Steve Rogers.
Hmm.
I liked the twist that it wasn't about reviving the other Winter Soldiers. It wasn't about
Right.
getting revenge and whatnot. He just wanted to see the world burn,
Hmm. I would actually now that I think about it, I would actually put that above Iron Man 1, to be fair.
I think that's fair. I think that's
I
fair.
think
I wouldn't say it's the best Marvel movie, but it's a
Oh, no.
pretty fucking good one.
it's a good movie for sure. Justin, your thoughts before we go on to the next movie?
I think it was a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed all of the Captain America movies. I don't really have any complaints about any of them.
Yeah. All right. Black Panther. I personally really liked it. I think it's in the pretty good category.
I think Black Panther deserves like mid-solid movie.
Really? Mid-solid?
Yeah, mid-solid. It was good. I did not like the character of Killmonger. I liked
I
how
would
it
put it
showed.
high solid.
I'd give it
Solid.
mid or low.
Okay.
Okay. I liked how it goes into T'Challa's backstory. I
Mhm.
like how it gives a lot of the lore and culture of Wakanda. I liked how it went into more lore of what the Black Panther was, and how I forget the name of the flowers, but how
Oh
like
yeah. I don't know. I don't remember.
I liked the lore. It was very
Right.
good.
Hmm.
I think what really,
Mhm.
really, really killed that movie for me was by far the character of Killmonger,
Hmm.
and I mean just how political the movie was. I didn't like it.
Hmm. Yeah. I could
Yeah,
see
I guess I
that.
can see that.
I would be okay with putting it high solid, but that's just me.
I think if you put it behind Thor, that's fine.
Yeah. And I could be okay with that. Justin, are you good with that rating?
Yeah, I think I'm good with that rating.
All right.
I can get behind that.
Next. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Could be worse.
I would say it's average, like low average, personally.
I think it was a good concept,
Mhm.
but I mean
Executed
the ball
poorly.
was dropped heavily on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it deserves could be worse. Anywhere and could be worse.
Justin, thoughts?
It could have been worse. It was definitely not my favorite.
Okay.
I
I'll put it at high,
It's
could be worse.
it's a
Yeah,
very
I
forgettable
can get
movie
behind
for
that
me.
one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, I completely forgot. Age of Ultron. Completely forgot about this one. I actually really like this movie. I really like this movie.
I thought it was really good.
I mean,
I think
they kind of
I think
nerfed
I enjoyed the
Ultron.
fact
They nerfed Ultron pretty hard, in my opinion.
they did.
But I still think it's pretty good, and it builds up to a lot of things in the future of the MCU.
right.
So
I think high pretty good.
yeah, I would put it there personally.
Yeah.
Now that we're back on track, I think we've got all of them that are like pre-Infinity War. I think, yeah. Avengers: Infinity War.
I would give it damn near perfect, more so than the first Avengers.
So above first Avengers movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would give
I
it
would agree.
the.
I would agree.
Yeah,
It is.
it,
I
it
mean,
was
it is.
pretty
It's so
good.
good. It's like one of the best movies in the entire MCU, I would say.
Absolutely.
Endgame,
See, Endgame is another really good one.
but I don't think it's as good as Infinity War. I think
It's by no means as good as Infinity War. I think, based off of how we've ranked previous movies,
right.
that it would deserve damn near perfect, even though I don't think it was damn near perfect.
Mhm.
I would put it behind Guardians 2.
Okay. Interesting.
I
Justin,
think I can get behind that.
you think
I
it
think
goes
I can get behind Guardian 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I would
I mean,
say as long
it
as
was
it's
pretty
still
good.
I would say as long as it's still in damn near perfect, I'm good with it. I think it's better
Yeah.
than the 3 movies that it's ahead of. Personally, I would say it's better than these two, the first Avengers movie and Guardians 2, personally. But yeah, I can get behind this. Oh, I forgot about this movie. Captain Marvel.
Put that shit in the bottommost one. What even is that?
Yeah, that I really
Captain
hate
Marvel was
how
absolute
they.
bunghole.
Oh man,
Not
yeah.
only that, if you really look back at the movies, like especially
Mhm.
like Endgame, how like when
Yeah.
everything was going to shit, and he goes like, "I'm gonna call her,"
Uh-huh.
and so you get so fucking hyped. You're like, "She's gonna be fucking amazing," and then you get to the
They
movie and you're like, "Well, what the hell happened?"
I also
they
It
hate
kind of nerfed
100%
her.
they hype this character up so much,
Mhm.
and she is booty
Abysmal.
hole. She's
Abysmal.
straight trash. The movie
She,
was horrible. They wrote the character horrible, and
Mhm.
Brie Larson is a fucking taint.
yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I, I would agree with either one of these two. So if you guys think it's at what it even is this, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Yeah, Far From Home.
I would give Far From Home solid movie.
Yeah, like high solid, you think, or
Low solid.
low solid? Okay,
Yeah.
Justin, what do you think?
I would give it a low solid.
Hmm. Why?
I
Why?
definitely like the first one better.
I can get behind that for sure. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. I think I like it better than Iron Man 2 though, personally.
I think it could be put Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it deserves any better than that.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi?
Shang?
Shang.
Shang? Is it Shang-Chi?
Yeah, it's
No.
Shang. Did you not watch the movie?
I thought it was Shung. I thought you pronounced it
He
as Shung.
he fixed that so many times in the movie too.
Okay, he says his name is Sean. That is his American name.
Right.
When he speaks his Chinese name, it's the Chinese don't really have it's their A's and E's sound the same kind of.
Right.
He says his name is Xiongxi.
Shung? Yeah.
Xiongxi.
Xiong. Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is a soft kind of hard A.
Okay.
It's Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is what it is for like the Americanized
Really
name. It's
weird.
Right.
Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Shang-Chi is one of my all-time favorite Marvel movies.
I really liked this movie personally. I would say it's in the pretty good category, like
I think
higher end.
I think mid to low, just mid perfect. I think it's better than Civil War,
Hmm.
not better than the rest.
Justin, what do you think?
Um, You said mid Civil War,
He's-
but better than the rest.
He said here. Shelby said here. I said it would be like here.
I think it deserves better than Civil War, but not better than what is that?
I like the
Endgame,
storyline.
Guardians 2, Avengers, and Infinity War.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would put it in front of Civil War. I think I would put it behind Civil War.
As long as it's in damn near perfect, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I loved this movie so much.
Mm.
And
I thought
maybe
it
it's
was a
just
great movie,
me.
don't get me wrong.
Maybe it's just me
But-
like resonating with my Asian heritage, but I
Yeah.
loved Shang-Chi.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I do really like this movie. But I can get behind that, actually. So, all right.
Okay.
Let's go into some of the shows real quick. Just get some of those out of the way. WandaVision.
I'd give it average.
Yeah, I was not a fan of WandaVision.
I
Not
liked
what-
WandaVision.
not a
I thought
fan.
it. I mean, I would say
It
it's
was
like
okay.
mid solid. But
It
like,
was okay, but it didn't really do anything to expand anything
right.
except to show the fact that Wanda was grieving about
Mhm.
her dead sex robot.
That's
a great way of explaining it.
Yeah.
I think it deserves average behind Iron Man 3.
Okay. The one of the things I really liked about it was just the fact that, like, of how it started as, like, a very like
I say
innocent show, innocent show, and then but there was always that like something's really happening undertone, like something like sinister almost is happening and stuff.
Yeah.
And I really liked that aspect of the movie or of the show, like the beginning episodes and stuff.
But again, it didn't really do anything.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in some ways it set her on the path to being like the true Scarlet Witch, I would say.
But
in that
can
regard.
can you even say that she's the true Scarlet Witch? her whole motivation for being evil is the man she loved is dead.
Right.
And her imaginary kids are dead. In at least Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
Her imaginary kids are dead. Or not dead, but she just can't fucking have them.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
There are so many characters that have the same trauma and are so much better characters and can deal with their shit. She's just a wimpy little girl. Average at best.
Okay, yeah. All right. I can see that.
I don't know if I would place it. It's okay. I would go with could be worse.
You would go with could be worse?
I'm fine with could be worse.
I did not like WandaVision.
I'm just being generous with it.
Well, I said solid, you said average, and Justin said could be worse. So I think the average is average out of those three. But
okay.
I guess I can settle with that.
So, and we'll put it at low average too. So,
okay.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I
would
really
say
like
it's
this TV show.
I would say
So
it's
I would place it as a solid movie.
I would say these are interchangeable.
I would give it low average as well.
Because
I did not like it. I did not like it.
There are definitely some like shining moments in this that are pretty decent, like pretty good, I would say. Some real, but they're only moments. The villains in this are like that. What's it even called? It's the the One World, One People group. What is that? The Flag Smashers. That's what they're called. They're just they're terrible. it's not
a very forgettable show.
Yeah, it's just not good. And the last episode, like the last 10 minutes or so, it gets so like they just had to end it with something that was just such a political thing that I just didn't even think was necessary in the last episode. it just was not necessary in a way to me, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But like, for example, one of the very good shining moments in this movie, I would say, are definitely the I would say John Walker. I liked his character.
What was his hero name? Not Captain America. It was like U.S. Agent, wasn't
U.S.
it?
Agent? Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I really liked his
I love
character
the
and like his
I love the
downfall as like a
constant
psychopath. In a way.
I love like the
Yeah.
constant back and forth between like Bucky and
The comedic
um
thing, the
yeah,
comedic
like the
back and
comedic
forth.
behind it.
Hmm.
And not only that, but him wrestling with having the shield, not having the shield, wanting
Yeah.
to carry on Cap's legacy, but at the same time not feeling worthy doing it and
Hmm.
everything. I
Yeah.
really liked that backstory part of it. So that's why I would place it as solid.
Okay. I could put it here, like right above WandaVision, but I don't think I could put it over Iron Man.
I agree with that.
So, let's see. Oh,
I had to
completely
turn
for.
I had to turn the AC on for a second, so if you guys hear it, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
Just realized I completely forgot about this movie, Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok, I think, deserves
Like,
either like the highest pretty good or the lowest damn near perfect.
I could get behind this. Although I
Aiden,
personally would.
I hate when you say that because I'm watching at like a 15-30 second lag.
Oh yeah.
So you say I think I should do this, and I have to wait like half a minute for to like see what you're talking
Sorry.
about. So say where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally would uh put Thor Ragnarok above the first Iron Man movie. That's where I would
Hmm.
personally put it. But
I would
I don't-
put it behind the first Iron.
first Iron.
yeah, I think behind the first Iron Man. The first Iron Man's pretty good. I mean, it's a
Okay.
staple movie,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, true. Okay. I can get behind that. The Eternals.
I would say average. I mean, it wasn't great, but
I
it
didn't
wasn't
think it
bad
was, I
either.
didn't think it was bad. I thought it was a pretty I thought it was a decent movie. I would say like
I don't think it
low
was
solid.
bad.
I would say like
I
low
think it
solid.
opened up a lot of I think it opened up a lot of opportunity for
Yeah, that
movies
just
and
hasn't
like
been realized yet, I would say.
yeah. And to
I
going
don't
into
think they're
that
gonna
different
do anything
aspect.
with
But
it
at the
though.
same time, I'm with Shelby. I wasn't giant fan of it.
I thought it was pretty decent. I would put it at low solid personally, but that's probably as high as I would put it.
I think the highest I would put it would be high average. I don't think it
High
should be
average.
solid. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I would go high average or solid,
Yeah.
low solid, but
All right. Um Hawkeye.
I again did not like this series. I think it
really,
was
It was just kind
yeah,
of meh for me.
it was very well, and like a lot of the episodes just they felt so like not rushed, but like
Unnecessary.
counterproductive.
Yeah.
Right, because when they introduced Yelena or whatever,
Right.
she's like not an enemy. She's not a bad guy. She
Hmm.
just wants to kill Hawkeye. But then, like by the end of the episode, they're like best friends. I don't. I
Yeah. I would put it at could be worse, but like low, like bottom of
I
could be worse.
I don't know. My controversial opinion comes in here again. I liked the constant back and forth with Yelena and Kate Bishop, and
I mean, yeah, but
how kind of
I can't
Kate.
stand Kate
I feel
Bishop
like
either. I think they
I
wrote the
feel like
character
within the
terribly.
movie, Kate looked up to her in the movie, and so but at the same time, she didn't want to, like, she didn't want to because she was also looking after Hawkeye and everything.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I felt like it was a constant back and forth between the two that I liked, but
I can get behind that, but well, somewhat,
so
not really. But
I would have put it at a low average because I don't think it was anything like really good, but it was definitely something that I enjoyed.
yeah,
I could get behind giving it like a higher could be worse, but I don't think it deserves to be out
no,
of could be worse.
I don't think it should be out of it. I put like, I don't know if you see it now, but I put it behind Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I see it.
So,
I can get behind that.
all right, next up, What If? I thought it was solid.
I
I'd
thought
give
it
it
was pretty
average.
solid. I liked
I'd
it.
I'd give it high average.
Uh,
High
and
average, low solid.
I would put it at low solid. I think I liked it more than the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2 personally, but
I liked Iron Man 2 better.
Yeah, I think I
so
could
like
get
there.
behind putting it above Hulk, but it wasn't the best.
All
Yeah.
right. Loki.
Okay, hear me out.
Oh no.
I really, really like Loki,
Yeah.
but I genuinely despise how they did Immortus. I don't like the
Uh,
actor, and I don't like the way the character was
uh-huh.
portrayed, and I don't like how they're leading into Kang the Conqueror, like with that character. I don't like that.
Really.
Huh.
Really. I
Okay.
think I would give it high pretty good, but I don't think it deserves perfect because of
No.
the fact that with how they ended it, and like I know they're trying to set it up for season 2
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
Quantumania. I know
Right.
that's what they're doing,
Right.
but I mean the show was really good. I love
Yeah.
Loki. I love how they're getting into the like
The
that kind of
multiverse
aspect of
and
the
stuff.
multiverse and whatnot. But I can't put it above pretty good purely because I mean, Immortus is like a staple character with
Right.
the multiverse in the comics and whatnot. Like
Right.
he is the one. I don't know what they called him in this, the man beyond time or whatever,
One above all,
but
or
Mhm.
not one above all.
the one beyond time or whatever. But
Yeah.
that was Immortus's character. It's I forget King the Conqueror's real name, but it's a different
Yeah.
multiverse version of him. One where
Right.
he's of like an extremely neutral character who purely looks after the timeline.
Right.
I didn't get like I just didn't like how they portrayed
Mm.
Kang, and
Yeah.
you know I think that really killed it for me at the end.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
everything else was very solid.
Yeah. I really liked the Loki series. I thought it. I would definitely put it at like high, pretty good, low, damn near perfect, but I could settle for high, pretty
I
good.
think where it's at now is the
Yeah.
best place for it. High, pretty
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I would give it high average. I
High
didn't like
average.
No Way Home.
Oh man. um. Well, I
I
was
liked how
I was
I
gonna
think my
put it like.
favorite aspect was them bringing in the other characters and how
Uh
it
huh.
opened up the multi. I mean, it didn't really open up the multiverse, but they're getting more into the multiverse and whatnot, and it's bringing the other shows in, not just with the Amazing Spider-Man and a
Hmm.
Sam Raimi Spider-Man, but it's bringing in the Defenders and the Netflix verse. I
Right.
like how it
Mhm.
brought in that, but I think that's about the only good thing in it. I thought it was a very mid movie.
Huh.
I mean, it was good,
I
but it
would
was
put
just
it at pretty good. I really
I
enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed watching it in the theater.
Hmm.
I
I think it
love
was just
how it brought in the
incredibly
different
mid for me.
Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of that movie was the scene um in the Lady Liberty to where they're talking about like the different villains that they fought and everything.
Hmm.
And Tom Holland Spider-Man was like, "Well, I fought a villain in space," and he was like,
Yeah.
"Hold on, you fought one in space? I want to fight one in space,"
Yeah.
and
Like,
I just thought that
okay,
was pretty interesting.
I liked the dynamic of how they interacted with each other.
Hmm.
I like the comedy. I just didn't like the movie. I thought it could have been written so much better for what it
Yeah.
was. And like I just think that final confrontation was too rushed. I
Hmm.
feel like they really could have put more emphasis on that than everything else.
Yeah.
And I I don't know.
Hmm.
It was an extremely mid movie for me. I don't think it deserves anything higher than high average.
Huh. You see, I wanted.
Tom Holland. I like
Uh,
Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but he is my least favorite Spider-Man of the three.
I could get behind that for sure. I personally like the other two Spider-Man the most. Okay, off kind of off topic question. Which is your favorite Spider-Man and why?
Andrew Garfield.
I agree. I agree with that.
I can very much get behind that one.
Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield's my favorite as well.
I love Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I grew up with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Right.
I love that Spider-Man. But
Hmm.
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is more he does Peter Parker so
Yeah,
well.
so
You
well.
know?
He does. Yeah.
I feel like Tom Holland is like he's a
He's
good
decent at
fit, but
both. He's just
he's too childish to me.
yeah. He's decent at both, but I don't think he perfectly grasps either of them.
Hmm.
I think Tobey Maguire grasps the Peter Parker aspect very well, and he does a decent job as Spider-Man, I would say. But I think Andrew Garfield just is better at that personally. At, both just portraying Spider-Man, and he kind of had a weird thing in the first Amazing Spider-Man where he was like some sort of skater guy, and it was like I don't know, but like that was a little bit weird. But at the same time, he was still like he still portrayed Peter in the sense that because Peter Parker's supposed to be a nerd, right? So like I think in a way it did portray as that still, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
so. But anyway, back to the current topic. No Way
The
Home.
current topic, No Way Home, I think deserves high average and no farther than average. It was one of the movies that was just so incredibly mid. I liked it, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't put it in. It doesn't shoot top dogs.
Hmm.
It's average at best for me.
And Justin?
I thought it was pretty good.
Hmm. Where and pretty good? Just like high pretty good, low pretty good, mid?
I would do a mid.
Okay.
Like,
I would put it.
I would put it in front of Ant-Man. Actually,
I would put it.
nah. I would actually do behind the. I would actually do behind the Captain America.
Really? Behind First Avenger?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. I personally would put it at low, damn near perfect.
Really?
That's where I would personally put it. But and I just really like the aspect of like, I mean, it's not really fair to judge the movie based off of like, they're bringing back the old characters and stuff, but
Mhm.
because everybody's gonna like that. So I think that's definitely a major highlight. But
Right, and
as a
I
purpose,
like that.
yeah,
I just think it was written horribly.
yeah. I mean, I think there aside from those things, I think the way they killed off Aunt May was an important like step for Peter to take. I think that
For
was
this
Oh yeah.
Peter,
for this Peter, yes.
but at the same time, again, it felt too rushed. It didn't feel like I was watching the movie.
All right.
The best way that my experience with it, my personal experience with it was when I watched this. Every time I remember it,
Mhm.
it's similar to someone explaining it to me. Like it was another one of those like memorable but kind of forgettable
Mhm.
movies. I think that
Hmm.
just the way it was timed, and I think the way that it was written really killed this movie.
Hmm.
Really?
Really.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could put it anywhere in solid, personally. I think I could be in pretty good
Hey, I agree with
category.
that.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that it's not in
Yeah.
solid. I would put it in pretty
I
good.
just think it's below solid.
Yeah. Um.
I would put
Yeah.
it in pretty good.
I could do pretty good at the bottom, top solid. Like that's where I would put it if we were to average everything.
I'm sticking to my
Mhm.
guns of it is top average,
Uh-huh.
but
If we were to
you guys,
average, I guess it would have to be low, pretty good, high, solid. So
I'll let you guys figure that out because I mean, regardless, I'm not getting what I want. So.
hey, we're
I would
average.
put a low.
We're
I
average.
I would put a low pretty good.
Okay. Multiverse of Madness.
I think Multiverse of Madness deserves high solid.
I could agree
Again,
with
it
that.
was another one of those incredibly mid movies for me.
I could agree with that. I could agree with it being high, solid movie. Justin.
Yeah. No, I can support that.
Yeah. Moon Knight. I really liked Moon Knight.
I really enjoyed the Moon Knight. I thought it was great.
I think Moon Knight
I would
deserves.
place it up pretty high, if not dang near perfect.
Yeah.
I'd put it mid perfect.
Mid.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I
could
really
get
enjoyed
behind
it.
that. I could get behind Endgame. Would you say?
Yeah,
If not in front,
that's
yeah.
solid.
Yeah, I agree.
I would agree with that.
Behind
Now-
Endgame is good with me.
Yeah. Miss Marvel.
That's another one of those. What even is this?
Yeah,
Did you
I
watch
agree.
all of it? Did you guys?
I didn't watch
watch
all of it. I couldn't watch all of it because it's okay. It's different because it has a very childlike audience,
Right.
but also they're killing the character of Miss Marvel because that's not Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's
I feel like they really
what even
do.
is this for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put it at absolute trash. I don't know if I could put it at what even is this. I don't think it's watching the whole thing. Yes, it is a very childish show, and it is.
It's just
just
different in the fact that it's geared more towards kids.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that are just like I don't know. I would put it at absolute trash because I think
I would let you put it above Captain Marvel in What Even Is This, but I it can't come out of What Even Is This.
Justin, what do you think?
I would say what even is this?
Okay,
I
So we'll
agree.
put it
I would
there.
put it in front of I would put it in front of Captain Marvel.
Right.
But yeah.
All right. And last but not least, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Absolute trash.
Oh man.
I think it could have been worse. I don't think
I
it
would say
deserves that.
I would put it below Dark World but above Black Widow.
I think it deserves absolute trash. That movie was written like bunghole. It was timed like bunghole, and a lot of the CGI in it looked like bunghole.
I
think it could have turned out worse.
I think it could have turned out way worse than what we did, than what it came out as. Even though I will say it was not a good movie. It just wasn't a good movie at all. But
It's got to be absolute trash, my guy. You can't put it could be worse. It's got to be absolute.
A good soundtrack to
How
go
the
with it
fuck-
at least.
How the fuck are you gonna kill off Jane Foster, right? But also,
Yeah.
they didn't even get into Lady Thor. He was just there for like she was sick, and then she
And
was
then she
Thor.
just
They
came
didn't
up
really
with
even
it.
get into that. And then she
Yeah.
was just like, "Oh, I can't be Thor anymore because
Mhm.
it's killing me. If I be Thor again, I'll die faster."
I will say the pacing of this movie was horrible. It was so fast. Like
Mhm.
I remember just like I thought I was sitting in the movie theater when we all actually went and saw it, of course,
Penis.
and it.
Oh, sorry, you're on Twitch. My bad.
I am on Twitch.
I was talking to Michelle.
um, and so we were sitting in the movie theater, right? And um I remember we were like halfway through the movie already, and it felt like it was only 20 to 30 minutes, and it was only and already like an hour and a half had passed, and the movie was like damn near over, and I was like, "What is this pacing?" And so
Yeah.
So did you think that it felt like slow?
no, I thought it was so quick. That's what I thought
Yeah.
it was.
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought the pacing
Yeah, I
was
felt
so
like it was
fast
rushed.
because I looked at Justin in the movie theater and I was like, "How is it already almost over?" like, like I feel like I've only been sitting
And
in the
the
movie theater
fact
for
that
30
he just
minutes.
like annihilated Zeus does not feel right to me.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
Zeus is not dead because of the
No,
end
he's
credit
not
scene,
dead.
Well, yeah.
But
still, and like, why the fuck would they write it to where, oh, you know what, my worst enemy who fucking killed the love of my life, I'm gonna adopt his daughter and train her to be the next Avenger to take my. What the fuck even is that shit?
that I was like, wait, what?
That was messed up.
Mhm.
Like, who even is that?
I don't even know.
I feel like okay.
I could get
Thor is my
by.
favorite Marvel character. I love
Yeah.
his comics. And the King Thor and the Godslayer arcs are my absolute favorite comic arcs.
hmm
And they kind of got into both in this movie, and they absolutely just shit on all of what I like.
I feel
So
like
it
they
is
did Gore dirty.
absolute bunghole for me.
They did Gore
Mhm.
dirty in that movie too.
Absolutely.
Like Gore was not intimidating at all.
No, he was not.
So,
I mean, he was for sure a depressed character, and I think Christian
oh
Bale did
yeah,
a wonderful job at playing the character.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I think the character was written
yeah.
wrong and
The
bad.
character was written wrong. I would say for the most part that like I mean here's just the thing that I would say. Of course, most if not all of the character or the actors that portrayed the characters, it's most of the time I would say not their fault.
Not much. Yeah, I
No,
agree
I have
100%.
I
No,
had no problem
no
with
problem
the
with the
casting or the
actors,
actors. I
but
just absolutely hated the way it was written.
yeah,
Also, another one of those movies that was like unnecessarily political.
Thor.
Yes.
I don't. Give me an example because I don't know if I quite remember
Okay,
that one or that
I don't
aspect
want to
of it.
like talk politics on Twitch.
Right,
I
of
don't want this to
course,
come back and bite me in the ass later on.
of
Yeah,
I
because
course.
you
have
know it will.
absolutely no problem with people that are transgender or gay or whatever. I
Mhm.
have transgender, I have gay family members, and I love them all to death. I
Of
have
course.
absolutely no problem with that. I support it 100%. I don't think it needs to be pushed and like
Shoved down
shown
our
in
throats.
movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
like with Meek, the character of Meek. He
Mhm.
is a male character. He was a male character in Ragnarok. He's a
Mhm.
woman in this.
Yeah.
And Valkyrie, they made lesbian, which again, I have no problem with that, but they're changing characters to fit a dynamic, and that is
Right.
what I have a
Mhm.
problem with.
Yeah. Yeah. I could agree with that.
They're
That's
changing
the
the
political
movie
stance I
to
don't
be
like. I've said this time and time again. I hate
Mhm.
when they put politics in entertainment.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
not
don't like it
trying to
either.
preach anti like transgender and anti
Yeah.
LG. I absolutely support that. I just
Yeah.
don't like when they push it in movies.
Yeah.
That's what I don't
Absolutely.
get. I think politics need to stay out of entertainment because
Mhm.
entertainment is supposed to be entertaining. It's an
Right.
escape. It's a way for us
For
to sit
everybody.
down and enjoy something, watch something, and just it's entertainment. I don't
Right.
want to like sit down after a long day watching the news and whatnot, and like turn on a show or a movie, and then it's just the same shit, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is our final. This is our final list. So that is the end of this list, and well, now we get to go to a second list, and this one should be a bit more fun, but also we might get a bit more chaotic, and that is
Okay.
favorite or favorite games of all time tier list.
Mm.
Okay.
So there's legendary, great, decent, okay, overrated, trash, and never played. So
Okay, so does the never played
if you've
category mean,
if
oh,
you,
I've just never played it, or is it that looks so bad I have never had the desire to play
it
it?
is never played it. It's like I have actually just never played it before. It's
So
so
it's kind of it's a separate category from the rest of the list.
yes,
It's just I have no experience. I can't say yes or no.
yes. And I
Okay.
will say if you have like watched gameplay, like if you've watched a whole gameplay like walkthrough of somebody else playing it and you like know everything, like the majority of the game, like you've watched the majority of the game, you can have a say in this. You don't have to put it in
Okay.
never played.
All right.
So first up is God
Sounds
of
good.
War. Is the
Okay.
fourth God of War game.
God of War, I have beaten
Mhm.
like more than 3 times, and I have 100%ed the game like twice.
Right.
This game is by far legendary. It
Oh yeah,
is.
it's so good in my
I've
opinion.
It is
never
an
played it, so I
immaculate
can't speak
game.
on this one.
Yeah, I personally really like this game. It's like I've never played it, but I've watched several playthroughs of this game. It's so fantastically crafted. And
I
just
like the way. So the whole thing with God of War, right,
Mhm.
is Kratos is a god, and like this game, all of the God of War games are legendary. I love
Mhm.
all of them because I like the way they craft the mythos. You know, they get
Right,
into the
absolutely.
mythology, and it's not perfectly accurate, but I mean
No,
it's
but
fucking good. And I
yeah.
love the way they did the Norse mythology,
Mhm.
but how they blended it with taking Kratos from a different land and not just saying, "Oh, there was the one pantheon and this is a different world." It's the same world. It's just different. It's a different area. It's a different pantheon.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
I think this game is masterful, and every game after this should take notes. I'm not
Mhm.
saying they have to copy it and that they should take, full inspiration, but like in terms of how the story was written, I
Mhm.
mean, this game is beautiful. It
Oh,
is
absolutely.
wrapped up in a beautiful ribbon with a fucking bow tie on top. It is
Mhm.
S plus 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 tier. It is fucking perfect.
Yeah, and not even
I'll
just
have to play this one.
not even well, it's PS4 like PlayStation exclusive. I think you can actually get it on
Yeah.
PC though, right? Can you get it on
I
PC?
think now it's PC. I think now
Yeah.
they released it on Steam.
So, not even just story wise, even though I am I love well crafted stories in video games, but even just the technical aspects of it, some of it I just really like. For example, the one camera shot throughout the entire game. That is one thing I really like. If you know what I'm talking about, Shelby?
Yeah.
Yeah. That I just really like. It doesn't the lack of loading screens just keeps you in the moment, keeps you in the game, immersed in the game at all times.
Mm.
And I think it's great. It's a great way of doing that. Uh,
Yeah.
so gameplay too, as far as like the combat and stuff, I think it's pretty good, pretty solid stuff. So
Really?
yeah. Justin, since you've never played it, I definitely recommend just watching
Yeah.
gameplay of it. So
I'm gonna have to. It
it's
sounds like a nice game.
yeah. I mean, and
It
the
is beautiful.
not to mention too, the soundtrack is unbelievable.
It's immaculate.
It's amazing. I like how we're just kissing ass to this game, but I mean, honestly,
This
well
game
deserved.
deserves its
It's
ass kissed. It
yeah.
is.
So, all right. Rainbow Six. I'm assuming that's
Okay.
Siege. I've never played it.
So I was a very avid player, like the first 2 or 3 seasons,
Mhm.
and then I kind of fell off. At the time of me playing it, I would have said it deserved great.
Okay.
But today, as I've played it a little bit recently, but I've watched it also recently,
Mm-hmm.
it is overrated to me. I
Okay.
think, in terms of like playability, now
Yeah.
you only really see it competitive,
Right.
and like to kind of keep the game alive, they just keep pumping out new operators.
Yeah.
But they kind of redo the same shit, kind of. So it's getting worse in that aspect, and also for the people that do play it casually and competitively, not in competitive leagues,
Right.
it's such a toxic community.
Mm-hmm.
I think it
Yeah.
deserves overrated.
Okay. Yeah. And Justin, I assume you've never played it before, right?
I've never played it, but I've watched gameplay of it.
Okay. What do you
Not
think of
a
it?
whole lot, but I've watched a little.
Okay.
I think I can agree with Shelby's statement on it.
Yeah. This one is this. Which one is? What is this? You guys,
That
is that Half-Life? It's not Half-Life, is it?
that's the Half-Life logo, but that looks like Counter-Strike.
Interesting, because there is a
It's
second. There is this. That's Half-Life 2. So, I would assume that's Half-Life. So if it is Half-Life, I've never played it, but so
Have you, Shelby?
I have never played Half-Life before. I didn't think there was a Half-Life 2.
yeah, there's a Half-Life 2. There's just not a Half-Life 3. Half-Life 2, I've heard, is like
Oh,
legendary.
yep.
everybody,
That's right.
everybody says Half-Life 2 is legendary, from what I've heard. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
I've never actually seen gameplay or played Half-Life 2 or the first one.
Yeah, so
But everything I've heard is Half-Life 2 is a great game, but I don't really have any input to put on either of those.
yeah,
So
I don't either. So I'm just gonna put those in never played since none of us have played it. But
Yeah, I think that's fair.
those games were just a little bit before my time. So
yeah, Among Us, Among Us.
when Among Us was out,
I feel
when it
like I
first
would put
came
it
out,
as decent.
it was definitely decent. I think now I would give it okay.
I think
But
I'd still
the
put it
game
in
has.
decent, but
You think so? I think the game has died a lot.
yeah,
I think it's
And
died a lot. I agree. I think it would still go in decent though.
yeah,
I think they've just shot themselves in the foot a lot with introducing, because people like would mod it obviously, and like
right,
there would be different roles like with Jester and this and that and all
yeah,
these different roles. Well, they like did that default. They added that into the game, and I
Mhm.
just feel like it makes things more complicated than they needed to be. I loved
Yeah.
the original like first edition Among Us. It
Mhm.
was perfectly simple. It would have been great, decent at worst.
Mhm.
I think Among Us now deserves okay, but that's my say.
Yeah,
No, I can back that up. I agree.
you would put it at okay too, then, Justin.
I would put it at okay. I
Okay.
think it anywhere between decent and okay.
I will say though, the memes are kind of. I mean, there's some memes out there that are kind of funny when it comes to
But
Among Us.
again,
Oh yeah.
all the Among Us memes come from original Among Us.
Right,
You don't really
exactly.
see any new Among Us content
It's just
Mhm.
except
imposter
for
ones. Imposter
right
Among Us.
memes, just memes that have been used from the
Yeah,
past however
from
many
the
years when it was first
yeah,
prevalent.
yeah. I'm good with okay.
Okay,
Next, I think this is Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing is legendary. I love Animal Crossing.
I've heard really good things about it.
I would put it at great. I don't think I would put it at legendary.
Have you ever played Animal Crossing, Aiden?
Yes, I have. I've played
Okay.
several of the games, or a few of the games, not several. I
Okay.
I
So
first
have I.
started.
So have I.
The first one I ever played was the one on the GameCube,
Okay.
And
Oh
then,
yeah.
and then I played the one on the Wii. One
What's
on
the
the
one on the Wii?
I don't know. I don't know what the specific title of it was called.
I forget the old ones. I know New Leaf was the one on the
I played New
3DS.
Leaf. I did play New Leaf.
Mhm.
I've played New Leaf, New Horizons, and the Wii one. I haven't played the GameCube one, but
The GameCube one I actually like the most. It's the most simplistic one. Of
yeah.
course.
New
Then
Horizons is my favorite purely because it's one of the games where there's so much to do, but
mhm,
it's not, you build up to it. And it's one of those
right.
games where you can just sit and play offline and just, it's one of those
Mhm.
therapy games
Oh yeah,
for me.
absolutely. It's not one where you're
I
like hardcore going at it, like like an FPS shooter. But it's
From what
just one
I've
of those
heard, it's one of
relaxing
those
games.
games that you can just kind of sit there and just play for hours.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
absolutely.
I could get behind giving it great.
Okay, yeah. Apex Legends. It's not the game for me. I've played a couple games of it. I personally just don't like battle royale games, but I would still put it at
Yeah,
decent.
I would put
I
it as
think
decent. I think it's a great game. I like the concept behind it.
It's
But
just
I'm
not
with
for
you. It's
me.
not exactly it's not exactly my type of game.
Yeah.
yeah, same thing here for me. I'm not the biggest fan of battle royale games,
hmm
but I think it's a very I think it's the best battle royale for what it is.
Yeah, I
I
would
think
agree
it's
with that.
very balanced. I think a lot of the guns are very balanced.
hmm
I think a lot of the characters are balanced. I think it's good for the concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would give it decent, high decent,
hmm
if we ever
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
anything else in decent.
Bloodborne. I've never played it.
Bloodborne
I've
is
never played it.
legendary.
I've heard it is.
Legendary.
I've heard it's good. So.
Of
Yeah.
all So from Software, the Soulsborne games
Mhm.
are all amazing, but Bloodborne just has, because it's not in the same universe as Dark Souls or
Right.
Elden Ring. It's its own universe. It's still made by From Software, but
Right.
just the lore in the game
hmm
is so. I mean, okay, in the Soulsborne games, lore is very weird because
Right.
you kind of just have to explore fucking everything
Yeah.
and read what you
hmm
can when you find it and whatnot. So it's hard to get the lore.
hmm
But the lore it has is beautifully crafted, beautifully written. I I and the my absolute favorite thing with Bloodborne, the soundtrack.
hmm
Oh my god. I would cream my pants every time I listen to the soundtrack. It is beautiful. It is such a well put together soundtrack. The game is masterful.
hmm
And a lot of people shit on the Soulsborne games because they don't feel they're balanced. And they're not,
Right.
because they're meant to be extremely
Yeah,
challenging,
they're
but
meant to be.
you're meant to die and restart
hmm
and just kind of, because they're not
hmm
roguelikes, because you're not restarting, you're just, you got to just keep trying over and over again. You got to level up, you got to memorize attack patterns, you
hmm
got to memorize runs.
Yeah.
It's a very challenging and hard game, but Bloodborne is one of the best Soulsborne games in my
hmm
opinion. It is very well crafted, very well done. It is masterful. It is legendary.
Yeah.
I I, I don't think it deserves above or below God of War. I
You think
think
they're
they're
equal?
tied. I think they're the top of what they are. I think,
Okay.
as far as like adventure story games go,
Yeah.
you can't beat God of War. But if in the Soulsborne
hmm
category,
hmm
Bloodborne is,
It's
I
top
mean,
tier for those.
they're not in the same arena, but they are just both absolute top tier in their weight class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of gameplay, and I used to have a friend actually in like middle school that actually played this game, and he really liked this game. So I've heard a lot of good things about this, about Bloodborne. I just personally have never played it. So, but all
Mhm.
right,
It's great.
yeah. Call of Duty Warzone. I've never played it.
Okay, Call of Duty Warzone. was really fun and really good when it first came out.
Mhm.
But when they did Cold War and whatever the newest one was,
The Vanguard.
they really
Mhm.
they
Vanguard.
really they really killed themselves with or killed the franchise,
Right.
the concept of it, by trying to take what Warzone was
Mhm.
and like not backlog it, but like take new shit and put it into the game. And if you got the new games, you got the new shit for Warzone. And if you
So it's
had the
like a
new
pay to
shit, you
win
did
kind of
good.
stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of pay
Yeah.
to win. It was
Yeah.
very
And that's shitty from
yeah.
like the
I
companies.
would give it okay at best, but Warzone is kind of overrated now
I
to
would put it
me.
like, just from hearing that, the fact that it's like a pay to win kind of thing, I'd just put it overrated. And I haven't even played
I
the
mean,
game.
it's not pay to win really, because you can still make good builds and
Right.
you can still have fun with it if you're just playing Warzone.
Mhm.
It's still a
Yeah.
good game. I like, but
Like the
I
foundation
can't
is
play
still
it
there.
anymore
Yeah.
because all of the new stuff you just can't get access to if you don't religiously buy from
Right.
Activision.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Okay. Justin, have you
Oh,
played this game
excuse me.
before?
I played it, yeah.
What are your
And I
thoughts?
agree with what Shelby did. And I feel like it became more of a money machine than a actual like gamer community, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No, I gotcha.
it got more surrounded around the money than the actual gaming community and what the gaming community
Mhm.
wanted from it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Jedi Fallen Order. I would put this
I
in the
personally really
great.
like this game.
I'd put it in great.
Yeah,
Shelby?
I can back that up.
I think it deserves high grade.
High grade. Okay. So above Animal
It's
Crossing?
yeah, it's another one of those games where a lot of people like to classify it as sort of Soulsborne like.
Yeah, I've heard that. Um,
And I understand that. I get
mhm.
it. Especially with how like the boss fights work.
Yeah.
But it's also more, I guess, like adventure story driven because you are kind of
Yeah.
following a linear, like it's open world, but you
Yeah,
are still
but
kind of
Mhm.
following a linear plot.
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's more linear, I would say, in the way it executes itself than it is open world, even though it is technically open world.
right,
That's one of the
But
reasons why I liked it, though. I like the
I think
fact that it had like a main storyline for you to follow, but also
you could
allowed
just
you to
go and
deviate off of that path if you wanted to.
yeah.
Like to me, I prefer those types, but
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I love like the main games I love are story-driven games. Story-driven games I think are
Mhm.
just my favorite type of games. Um but here's one of my biggest gripes with Fallen Order. After you beat the game, there's like
there's nothing to
there's
do.
nothing really to follow
Yeah.
yeah,
up. And I think that's
yeah.
just a really, you
I mean,
know,
you can explore like the bonus areas
yeah,
and
but then
whatnot, but
what?
there's not a
And
lot of
then what?
reward to doing so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I played the game. I bought the game and played the game. It was probably a year or two ago. Um and once I had beaten the game, I don't think I touched it for like a year. so
Yeah.
um so
It's
yeah.
kind of one of those things. It's a one and done.
It's a one-off thing. So I mean, it's it's good when you're like it's a really good
Hmm.
story game, I would say. But after you beat it, there's no other content. And I think that's
Yeah,
where
it has very like low
replayability.
replayability.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um so
I
yeah,
think
that's
I
my
think
only
like
gripe with
mid
it.
to high grade. It was still a great game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would definitely agree with that. So
Hmm.
all right.
I've forgotten so much of the game. I might go back and
Just
redo it.
redo it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been a solid like year and a half, two
Yeah.
years since I played this game. So
Dark Souls. I think this is
Again,
just high.
with Bloodborne,
with
Out of
Bloodborne.
the 3 Dark Souls games, the first Dark Souls is
Top tier.
the best. So I think the first Dark Souls deserves Legendary.
Okay, yeah.
From what I've played, from what I've watched and seen, from the lore that I've read, I love the first Dark Souls. It's not my favorite From Software game, but
Mhm.
it is out of the Dark Souls games, it is by far the best. I think it deserves Legendary.
Okay, yeah. I've never played it
I feel
personally.
like I can speak truth to this because I've never played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the other Dark Souls games are on here or not,
Hmm.
but are
No.
they?
Does not look like it.
Okay, I would have given Dark Souls 2 high decent and Dark Souls 3 high great.
Okay.
Um, they're all great games. They're all fun games to play with high replayability.
Hmm.
But Dark Souls, they just got it right the first time.
Yeah.
And then with Dark
Mhm.
Souls 2, it's a good game, but it was kind of during the era when they were trying to push multiplayer more. Because
Mm,
Dark Souls 1 is an old game.
yeah, it's
What a lot of people play now is the
the
remastered edition.
remastered.
The
Yeah.
original Dark Souls,
Yeah.
it was an old game.
Mhm.
When they did Dark Souls 2, they were trying to push multiplayer, and that was kind of the whole draw in for it.
Right.
And they focused more on multiplayer than they did the rest of the mechanics and whatnot. It was still a great game, but I feel like they focused too much on that, and they kind of shot themselves in the
Mhm.
foot a little bit with
Yeah.
it. But still good. And then I think they learned from their mistakes and kind of blended the two between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, which made it better, but it still can't top Dark Souls,
Yeah.
which is why I would have given it.
Really?
From what I've heard that Dark Souls 1 is the best one out of the three.
By far.
So
By far. And Dark Souls 3 is a very close second.
yeah. Okay. Is this Destiny? Is the next one Destiny? Is that what it is?
That appears to be Destiny, or Destiny 2.
So I've played
Is
a
it the first or second?
very minimal amount of Destiny, or Destiny 2, one of them, and
yeah,
it's
I
just not a
played
game
a lot
for
of
me.
Beyond Light in Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
did
liked
you say
the
it was?
first one.
Justin, what'd you say?
I said I personally liked the first one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really a fan of the second one.
And I just have played it very minimally to where I don't even have really an opinion. Well, I guess
I would
Yeah,
say I enjoyed the first one,
I would say it's
but I
it's a
wouldn't.
fun-
I wouldn't. Say
it's a-
it's like great.
I think it's a very fun shooter game,
yeah.
and I think a lot of the fire team aspect with the multiplayer and whatnot is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to play fire team; you can do missions and whatnot, just
Yeah.
kind of like on your own or with matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It has good replayability, which I like because I mean, every time you play a mission, if you're playing it matchmaking, it never goes the same.
Right.
But it's one of those where it's so online focused because it is an online only game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It
It
is.
almost gives it an MMO feel
Mm-hmm.
in a very odd kind of like circumstance.
Yeah.
I don't think it is the greatest game, but it is, I mean, fun for what it is. I think it deserves decent
That's
or okay.
from the
Yeah, I can
amount that
understand
I
that,
played,
guess.
from the amount that I played of Destiny or Destiny 2, whichever it was, I thought it was decent, but I couldn't get myself into it. Then again, I was playing
Really?
like playing by myself. So, and I feel like
I
that's
feel like it's a
probably a
lot
fault.
easier of a game when you have somebody to play with on that
Absolutely.
one.
But I would be down with putting it in decent. That's where I would rank it. So,
I would give it decent.
okay.
Mhm.
Dota 2?
So with Dota 2,
I've never
I
played
as a player have never played it.
Uh-huh.
I've watched a few streams and I watch a lot of YouTubers that
Mhm.
like have experience playing Dota and they speak for it very highly. Because
Yeah.
Dota 2 is one of those games where I mean it's been around forever and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still a very widely known, widely played.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has a big competitive league.
Mm-hmm.
I think it deserves decent, purely from what I've heard, but I've never played it, so I can't give any more insight than that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gotta be up there
Well,
in rank because of
here's my thought process. If it's been around for so long and it still has a
big following.
a big following,
Mhm.
it has to be like up there. I mean, don't you think? So I mean,
Yeah, I would say high decent, low great.
yeah, okay. Also, shout out to Blue Plato for our first follower. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. So
Heck yeah.
now we move on to the next game, and that is Fortnite.
Absolute trash. You both know my
I don't
stance
know.
on
If
Fortnite.
you-
and I
I've
hate
played-
Fortnite.
I've played one game of Fortnite and I hated it. Not gonna lie.
Okay, but when did you play it though?
Pretty close to the
I
beginning of
played-
it. Like early.
I played Fortnite when it wasn't a battle royale. I played Fortnite for like the first 2 seasons, and then I played Fortnite like not recently,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I played it again when they started doing like the map shifts or whatever, and it is beyond horrible. And I hate I don't it's Epic Games, I think. I don't like that
It
they're
is,
buying
yeah.
rights to all these characters, and I
Yeah.
think and they started
Yeah.
off with a good concept.
Have
right?
you guys
With
have you
the
guys seen
zombies
the
and whatnot, and it's just so bad now.
have you guys
I
seen
I
the
stopped following the game because I saw how bad it was.
uh,
I personally liked it the first like 2-3 seasons. Like I liked the game. I thought it was great. But after those first 3 seasons, it just went downhill when
yeah.
they started like mixing the map up and everything. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't like it after that.
I for sure knew that it was a bad game the moment I saw a meme of Kratos doing like the some of the Fortnite
Kratos
dances.
doing the gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
was like, God, did they gotta do him like that? So I would put it at
Can you
trash.
talk about
Personally.
Can we talk about the reference in Thor's like apartment when they come to recruit Thor and
In Infinity
Endgame?
War, or no, in Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Endgame. That was kind of
When
funny.
he's
I
playing
will.
Fortnite.
I will
That
kind of
was
say
funny.
that's funny, but I would think at the highest I'd put it overrated. But
It's
I would say
trash.
it's trash.
That game is trash.
Do
Yeah.
you guys know what the next one is, by chance?
Yes, 007 GoldenEye, one of the greatest PC games ever.
I have never played it. I am sorry. I've never played it.
I have only played it a
Mm.
tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but I have watched not a lot, but I've
Mhm.
watched pretty decent gameplay over it.
Right.
It is a very well-known, well-talked about, well-liked classic video game. I think it deserves low legendary at most. It's one of those games that
Okay.
really kick-started PC gaming. So
Okay.
it's like a staple
Really?
game in
Yeah.
gaming history for me
All right. Yeah.
and for a lot of people. So
Yeah. Next up, GTA 5.
I've
I would
watched this
give
a lot.
GTA
I've also
5
done a little gameplay. What were you saying though, Shelby?
I have played the story mode quite a few times, at least 5, and I've played the online a little bit.
Okay.
I think GTA 5 deserves high decent because I do genuinely love the story and I love the gameplay. But the
Yeah.
online is very redundant, repetitive, and
Right.
just overused, overrated, and like everything that they're
Mhm.
coming out with because they don't want to release GTA 6.
Yeah.
So
It's just
everything
never
they're
coming
doing
out.
is just kind of the same thing with the
Yeah.
online,
Mhm.
and they're not giving any. Like I wish they would give DLC missions for the story mode, but they can't really do that because of how the game ends, and
Mhm.
I just think it's very it's one of those games where it has a great story, it has a great soundtrack, it's got a lot of replayability, so that's why I want to give it decent. But it's just one of those games where you can only do so much with it before it
Yeah.
kind of gets
Mhm.
old. So
Yeah.
I think high decent for me.
Okay. I played a little bit of the story, and not gonna lie, I kind of got bored with the story. I mean,
Yeah.
most of my gameplay with GTA 5 is simply just being around in the city, just dicking around. That's all I've really. That's the majority of it, and that's a lot
Yeah.
of fun. I will say you can mess around for hours on just in the city in GTA, just doing random shit, and
Mhm.
and especially with the cheat codes, like that's a lot of fun, and just like seeing
Yeah.
how long you can survive with 5 stars and whatnot. Like it's pretty fun, I will say. But after a while, like you said, it can get redundant. It can
Mhm.
eventually you run out of things. So I will say, I can agree with high decent. So
Yeah. As far as the story goes,
mhm.
how far have you gotten into it?
Not very far, I would
Not
say.
very. Do you
Yeah.
remember like any details of the last thing you did in it,
Probably the
story wise?
last thing I did was probably something with Franklin, at the car shop, I think, and Michael's son was there. I want to say.
So you didn't even
Yeah, I didn't get very far. I want to say.
Yeah, I'm
play
with
like the
him.
first act.
Yeah, no.
I
Okay.
didn't get very far into it when I played it either.
So
Okay.
my opinion on the story is probably not even very accurate. So I
No,
do
it's a
recognize.
very it's not a really long game, but it is a pretty long story. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
very but
yeah.
it's a good. I like the story a lot,
I think
but I feel
overall the
like
game is good. Absolutely,
Mhm.
I think it has a lot
yeah,
of good qualities. But I mean,
it's just not one of the greatest.
yeah. Next up, League of Legends. I have never played it.
Never
Okay,
played it
League of
either.
Legends is. I've played it a little bit, and I've seen gameplay with it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's another MOBA like
Yeah,
Dota 2,
right.
but I feel like it deserves a very low ranking because I mean it's talked about, right? And it's still
Yeah, it's
played, there's
still
still
played, isn't it?
competitive
Yeah,
for it and whatnot. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
like low
it
decent.
gets a very bad rap for how toxic the community
I
is and
have heard
whatnot.
that. I have actually heard that. Yeah.
I think it deserves okay. I
Okay.
would give it above Among Us okay,
Yeah.
but I don't think I could give it anymore from what I've played and from
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I've seen played.
Yeah. Mario Kart 8. I think it's deluxe. I like this game. I think it's. I mean, my favorite all-time Mario
It
Kart
was
game.
good.
My favorite all-time Mario Kart game is the Wii version. That's just my personal opinion. I like the Wii version of Mario Kart the best.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
and then probably the DS version a close second behind it.
The first Mario Kart. I guess
No,
not the first. It's
no,
just Mario
because
Kart DS.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the one on the DS, um, that was like a close second behind it. But then I would say that this one's probably third. So I thought it was pretty good. I would say it's like high, like more on the higher end of decent.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So
Again, it's one of those games that's like fun to play with friends.
yeah,
It's got a lot
absolutely.
of high replayability. I mean, you can play it on your own and it's fun,
Hmm.
but I mean, outside of a racing game, there's not much more to it. So,
Right, absolutely. So next, Minecraft.
legendary.
Legendary. It has to
Yeah,
be.
for
It has
sure.
to be legendary.
For sure.
I mean, from what it's done for, like, I mean, just think about it. In 2009, it first came out, and look at it now. It's insane. I mean, even just
And how much
outside
the
of
community has grown.
I
just
have
the
played Minecraft since it first came out,
yeah,
and it was like a shitty app on the phone before it was even
right,
on PC.
Yeah, I played it on the
Yeah.
phone. I played it on
I have
my
been a
like
day
iPod
one
Touch.
supporter player of Minecraft.
The first time I played it was on my iPod Touch, and
Yeah, same.
like I remember playing it, and you couldn't save.
Yeah,
And so you would play all day, and then you were like, well, I can't log out of it because then I'll lose all my stuff. And that was the most
Yeah.
aggravating thing. I remember that to this day. And it was like, yeah, and just how much it's grown, not just as a game, but as a community as well. I still play Minecraft to this day. We
Mhm.
all do. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just that good of a game. And I think just I don't know. I mean, there's not you can do almost whatever you want in the game. You can build whatever you want in the game. So
Yeah.
hell, people have made a working computer in Minecraft. Like it's ridiculous. So it would be a crime to not put it in legendary. So,
It's a timeless game. It's legendary for sure.
yeah. Next up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
So, like Warzone, I've played a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, especially when it first came out. It was pretty big. I really enjoyed the campaign. I like how they reworked it from the original. I mean, the original is still great. I think it's still better. But this game, I mean, it's very good, the campaign, and I enjoyed the multiplayer a lot when it first came out. But again,
it degraded over time.
It degraded because the same thing with Warzone kind of happened, where if you got Cold War or Vanguard, you could get those guns and all the new content and use it in Modern Warfare.
Right.
And then you just kind of,
Yeah. So it just kind of killed the game for you
a little bit.
Yeah.
So where would you put
for
it?
what
then?
it was,
Don't get me
when
wrong,
it first came out, and like now, I would give it okay. Low okay.
Justin, what would you say?
I like Call of Duty games. Like
Yeah, they're like kind
really
of your
love
games,
them. They're like my favorite. Yeah, I played them all the time. Modern Warfare though was the only exceptions of the ones that I could not get into. I loved 1 through 4. Played them all the time. I loved Ghost. The Modern Warfare though was just I don't know.
So would you
I
guys
wasn't
be
a big
okay
fan of the gameplay.
Would you guys be good with high? Okay.
I would give it mid okay.
Mid okay.
Yeah, mid to low okay.
Yeah.
Because again, it's kind of a dead game now because with like how Call of Duty games work and Activision, it's I mean it's what Vanguard, Cold War, and
Black Ops 4?
they're releasing Modern Warfare 2 soon.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dead game, so
yeah. People don't really talk about Call of Duty the same as they did like 5-6 years ago.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like 5-6 years ago, or even like before that, it was like the latest Call of Duty game was the new, like the biggest rage. Like it was insane. So, but okay, next up, Overwatch. Now,
yeah, you kind of already know my opinion on this one.
Yeah, I think so. First, we'll just hear from Shelby what he thinks of this game.
I like Overwatch a lot. I like it's sort of that same aspect of like Rainbow Six Siege, where it's not. I don't know like what category to give it because it's not a MOBA.
No,
but it's just a team v team shooter.
Yeah, it's like a 6v6 first person shooter, team based. Yeah, so
right.
Although soon it'll be 5v5. So.
Right. Personally, I would give it like mid grade because I really like the game. I like how much fun you can have with it. But again, it's it doesn't have like a toxic community. It just kind of has like a poor community, I want to say.
I would say
I feel like it does have a toxic
It does
community.
have a toxic community. It
really does.
And
okay.
So here's my opinion of it. Well, actually, Justin, you can go first. I'll go last.
I really enjoy the game. I enjoy I enjoy the competitive aspect of it, like the competitive play, to where you can choose to do the quick play, the easy play, just the fun, more relaxed. But then you also have that more ranked, skill based
Hmm.
play. But at the same time, the community surrounding it can get very negative because of that
Oh,
ranked based play.
absolutely, absolutely.
And so it can very quickly destroy the mood for that said game.
Hmm. So where would you rank it then, in your opinion?
I would rank it as a um, legendary to great, like a mid legendary to a high.
High grade at lowest.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. At
I would
lowest,
give
high
it
grade.
my vote was for mid great.
Okay. So here,
I'm trying to level with Shelby here.
yeah. So here's my analysis of this game, in my opinion. If it was, if every game was perfect Overwatch, and you guys know what I mean by that, by perfect
Yeah.
Overwatch. If every single game was perfect Overwatch, it would be like top tier game, hands down for me. One of them, anyway.
Oh yeah.
Easy legendary for me. But so I have played this game probably since launch, like very close to launch, maybe a month after
Mhm.
or something like that. And so that was like way back in 2016. And back then the game was so new to everybody, of course. And so everybody was still trying to
Mhm.
figure how the game worked and how the characters or the heroes worked and all of that. And I tell you what, from like 2016, from the time it launched until like mid 2018, golden years, it was
Yeah.
fantastic. Almost every game was just so fun. And then after 2018, I would say, is when it started to decline until the point where it, like, that's when the community started getting really toxic to where it is today. I mean, um, I play on both PC and console. So I have, and there are differences when it comes to the community. The communities are different in ways. Like the PC community is definitely a lot more toxic. There are a ton of tryhards that will just like they'll slew you for like the most bullshit type of reason ever,
Mhm.
and it ruins your game for for the whole rest of that of the
Yeah.
duration. And on console, you still get that, but it's not nearly as much. I would say, from my experience, um, and like the yeah, just the toxicity in the games, it really kills this game. But not only that, I would like I would say the toxicity, unless it's just really bad in the games, which sometimes it can be, um,
Mhm.
it doesn't kill the game completely. To where I'm gonna stop playing it. Hell, I've been playing it since launch, and I'm still like I'm still here. So it's like you know, but the thing that killed it for me was the lack of updates. And everybody says that, of course. It hasn't been updated
Yeah.
since the release of Echo. And that's, that's a great way to kill off the game. And a lot of people left because of it. I mean, there were a lot of people that streamed on Twitch, a lot of big names that streamed on Twitch where their main game was Overwatch, and they transitioned off of it. They left Overwatch and played new games, um,
Mhm.
and that really killed the community. Um, and so I think because of that, if you were to look at Overwatch 1 alone, not counting Overwatch 2 by any means, I would still put it probably in high great, but I don't think I could put it in legendary anymore. If you ask me between like 2016 to 2018 where I'd put it in legendary hands down. But I don't think I could put it in legendary now. But I think I could
Okay.
keep it at high grade. So
I think
I think that's fair.
that's something I get behind. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So sorry, that was a very long tangent, but but yeah, since I've played the game for so long, I had a lot to say. So next up,
Mhm.
Pokemon Go.
Trash.
Yeah, I agree.
Pokemon Go
I
was so
like that.
big when it came out,
When
and I
it came
enjoyed
out,
playing it, but
came out,
it died so fast,
Yeah, it
and
did.
it's such a dead game now.
I
Like,
would-
it's
yeah.
trash.
I would
It's
agree
trash
with
now.
that. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red and Blue.
Don't
Legendary.
I loved it.
legendary. Can't go wrong with it. Would you put it above 007? Or like where would you put it in legendary?
For me, I would put it in high.
I don't
High?
think, honestly, I don't think it matters where you put it in legendary,
Okay.
because each
Yeah.
of those games
They're so different.
are like
So
they're in their own
yeah,
ballpark.
they're just
I
yeah,
think
you can't
I
really
think that
compare
it
them.
just deserves a legendary spot. It doesn't matter where.
Yeah. Okay. Red
I
Dead.
don't think there's necessarily like a rank for it
Yeah.
and legendary, because
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
all staple games. They're all like at the same level.
Mhm. Red Dead 2.
Legendary.
Yeah, I would agree.
I've heard
Fantastic
really good things about
story.
it. Yeah.
Fantastic story.
I
my
cry
opinion.
every time. 10 out of 10. Will
Ugh.
play and would play again.
Yeah. Yeah, when Arthur dies, that's so sad.
It is
so
an immaculate game.
Uh-huh.
It is such a well-crafted story and world.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Rocket League.
Overrated.
I would put it in.
I would put
Really?
it at okay. I'd put it at okay.
I would put it at decent.
I would be fine with okay. It's another one of those games where like it's big, but it's not really talked about. It's a
No,
forgettable,
it's
like not great game.
really
I would give it like low
Mm.
okay.
it's kind of the same deal with Among Us, in my opinion.
Yeah, very much.
No, I would definitely not put it in the same field as Among Us.
Really?
I would put it, if you're gonna put it in okay, I would put it high okay. Because yes,
I'm
it
shooting
may not
low
be like
okay.
a high it may not be a well like talked about game. The gameplay was fun to play and it was
Mhm.
good gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I think low okay.
Hmm.
It's another one of those games with a pretty toxic community.
Yeah.
I can agree that it's a toxic community.
So Justin, would you put it above Modern Warfare?
Yes.
So you would put it like at the top of okay, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I would put it at the top of okay.
So I would say it's like on par with Among Us, probably. I think
I agree with Aiden.
so. We'll just put it like before Modern Warfare, but I guess to average it out. But
Yeah.
all right. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
So I
thought it was great.
I like Bethesda games. I love their games a lot.
Mhm.
But it's really hard for me to get into Bethesda games. Like, I love the lore, I love the world building, I love all the aspects of Skyrim and the
Yeah.
Fallout games. It's just really hard for me to get into them.
Mhm.
So, from what I've played, I want to say it's mid-great, purely based off of the fact that I just can't get into it that well. But that's just my
Okay.
standing.
Yeah.
It is a great game by far.
Yeah.
I just can't get into it.
Justin, have you played it? You've played it, right? You played a little
Yeah,
bit.
I've played it. I can agree with Shelby, as in like I started playing it. I had a hard time like getting into it
Mm-hmm.
because I love the fact that it's like an open world kind of
Yeah.
like you have your freedom to go and do what you want, but you also still have your main story. But for me, I found certain parts of it harder to get into.
Mm. Okay.
But I can agree with his great rating.
Okay.
I would give it high grade.
Yeah. So I've been I have like so many hours on Skyrim. It's ungodly how many hours I have on Skyrim. I've probably played it just as long as I've played Overwatch. Um, and I have probably completed this game several times. So maybe over 10 times. I've damn near 100% this game. If you're talking base game, which I assume is how we're gonna rate this, is just by base game because I play with mods, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a great thing about the game is that even though this game is from 2011 and it still has a community as big as it is to this day, says so much about the game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I personally would put it in legendary just because of the sheer replayability of the game, in my opinion, as well as just the world that it's set in. I love Nordic stuff like that, like Nordic or medieval uh, scenes, and just all of it is just such. There's definitely a ton of things that are like. I mean, we've all seen the memes, probably horses that can
Mm-hmm.
climb vertical mountains and stuff. Like the game
Yeah.
has so many bugs. It's ridiculous. But I think that personally it is a like legendary status. But I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. So
I kind of have the standing of, I mean, to me, it is very comparable to GTA 5 in the
mhm,
fact that it has a good story from what I've seen.
yeah.
It's a great world. I love, I
Mm-hmm.
like, it's an awesome game, but
Mhm,
it's one of those old games where, like, they don't really do anything with the story mode anymore, and they're just pumping all their efforts into doing the same thing basically in each
mhm,
of the online updates. And it's I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
that like really hurts it.
Right.
But strictly looking at the type of game, I like it more than GTA 5.
Oh
That's why
yeah.
I would give it great instead of decent. So
Right.
I think high to mid grade
Okay.
is my opinion.
And I can honestly get down with high grade.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean it does have flaws in it. Um, whether it's just the game breaking bugs it has sometimes, um, or what. I mean, so yeah, I can get behind that. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
I would give it decent
I would agree with that. Like,
because I mean
I would give it
it's a
low
good
grade.
game, but it's one of those games where it's like precise at what it is,
mhm,
but you don't really get any better than what it is, and you don't really get any worse than what it is. You
right,
know,
yeah. Um,
it's a very precise
Yeah,
game.
I
I
can
would
see
give it like
that.
mid decent.
like, would you put it above Mario Kart 8 or below it?
I'd put it below Mario Kart
I
8.
would too. I think
Like
personally,
it's a fun game, and I really enjoy playing it,
mhm,
but there's nothing else to it aside from what it is. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I don't think there's as much replayability to it either. That's
No.
um like you can be with a group of friends and play Mario Kart and that you know, I guess both of them have different like if you were to play both games with friends, they have different outcomes to like every match or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
in one of them you're doing things things during the actual match can be a lot different. Like in Mario Kart 8, for example, you can have one race where you're just top of the list, like you're first place, and then other games, or then in another race, you can be like, let's say you're in first place, and then you just get absolutely just destroyed, and you're in last. Like,
Yeah.
there's different. It's a dynamic. Like, there's just a dynamic to it. I think that Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, I don't think has as much. I think it still has it, just not as much, in my opinion. But
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
think if you want to go back to like comparing it to
mhm.
the Mario Kart thing, they're both very competitive, like fun party games.
Mhm.
But I think when it purely comes down to how much fun you can have with a group of friends,
I
I
think Mario
feel like
Kart takes it.
people look at Mario Kart as a more like it's still competitive, but it's all in good fun. I feel like
Right.
Super Smash Bros. Can get very
Yeah.
not toxic, but just
Yeah,
volatile.
I think it can too. But yeah. All right. Tetris.
Legendary.
Tetris is another one that I would put decent because I
Oh,
mean it's a
Really?
staple game. It's
Yeah.
a staple game, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's just a puzzle game, you know?
True.
Like I love the
Yeah,
soundtrack.
but
I think it's a great staple game.
It does have a
It's
fire
like one of the
soundtrack.
lead arcade games. It kind of led a generation,
Mhm.
but it's just Tetris.
Yeah. And
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you were to
I place it legendary because yeah, I kind of grew up on it. I
grew up
mean,
on
yes,
Tetris.
it was before me, obviously,
Right.
but it's a game that I grew up playing,
Okay.
and I feel like it's something that I always compare to, and something that I can literally sit there and play for literally hours because each game is different.
Right.
You're never gonna
Right.
get the same.
It has great replayability,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just the same thing, basically.
Yeah. I think it's kind of in the same boat as like Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
I mean, it's for sure a staple game,
Right.
and I don't want to take away from like
From
its
that,
history
yeah. Of course.
and at all. But it's just Tetris.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put it in decent, put it in high decent at least.
I can get behind
I
that.
I would give it mid decent.
How about like below GTA 5, but like above Mario Kart 8 and Smash Bros?
Sure, that's fine.
I
That's
can
fine.
reason with that.
Is The Legend of Zelda, is that, which one is it though?
That looks like not Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess? Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess?
Ocarina, I think it's Ocarina of Time.
Oh, wow, I'm really fucking stupid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time is legendary.
I've
Yeah.
heard it's
If it's
pretty good.
if it's Ocarina of Time, it's legendary.
Yeah. The Last of Us.
I haven't played
Another
that one.
legendary.
Another legendary, I would say. Okay. Wii Sports.
Another legendary.
Another legend.
Oh yeah.
The Witcher Wild Hunt.
High grade, above Skyrim for me.
I've never played it, so
I can back him up on that.
You've played it before?
I've watched the gameplay. I haven't actually played it.
Okay.
It's a very fun story game.
Right.
It's not really open world, but it kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
It's more linear.
I feel like for me, what Skyrim fails at, The Witcher succeeds at
Yeah.
for me.
I've heard it's like a
Mhm.
better crafted Skyrim, in a way.
Yeah, it's
In certain ways, at least.
Skyrim is a very big do what you want game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The Witcher 3 is a big do what you want game, but it's more confined and knows what it is more than Skyrim does.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get you. Okay. World of Warcraft.
I think World of Warcraft is another great game. I would put it around Dota,
Yeah.
maybe above Dota. I
Okay.
genuinely really love MMORPGs. I grew up playing older World of Warcraft. I don't know a whole lot about the newer World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
But I think it's got kind of a toxic community a little bit, but you
Yeah.
don't have to be around that part of the community.
Right.
If you can find a good guild and then just mingle with those people, it is a ton of fun to just raid and do missions and progress. It is I think it's a very great game.
Okay. Yeah. I've never played it, but I've heard a lot of great things about it. So
Yeah, I
I
haven't
can back
either.
it
And
up.
again, it's another one of those staple games that's old as shit, but
Oh, yeah.
still widely played, widely talked about, like Dota 2.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And last but not least is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've played this
I
game,
think
and I would say it's mid great.
I would also say mid-grade.
From the
I
gameplay
played
I've seen, I agree.
I played a little bit of it. It's
Mhm.
it's another one of those games where it's kind of like Skyrim in the fact that I think it went just a little too big, do what you want.
Yeah, I can see that. Also, I think also because I only played the base game. I don't know if there's any DLC to it.
I don't believe so.
But after you're done with the main story, you kind of just wander around. And I think what Skyrim did that succeeded over Breath of the Wild is that there are a lot more things to do outside of the main story in
Oh, for
Skyrim
sure.
than there
For
was in
sure.
Breath of the Wild. And I think that
Yeah,
that's
because you can do the main story in Skyrim and then you can leave, and it's like, oh well,
yeah.
do you want to go do
Yeah,
the
it's
Iron Legion or whatever, and go do the
yeah.
Brotherhood of Night or whatever? Do you want to
Right.
do these? There's so many different long side quest
Oh yeah,
series.
absolutely. Yeah.
Same thing with the Fallout games.
Hmm.
If you do the main story, I mean, that's it. But there's so much else to do in the game and look at that you can do more with it.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Breath of the Wild kind of fails there because after
Mhm.
you do stuff, it's just like, oh, well, good job, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All right. Well, this is our final assessment. Does everybody agree on this last, uh, the final list here?
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is our best video games of all
Mhm.
time list. So with that, now we are done with tier lists for tonight. But
Cool.
so now what we sort of just had scheduled. I think I told you this, Shelby. But
Some Overwatch.
yeah, some Overwatch. We're just going to be doing some quick play tonight, but yeah. So if you
Okay.
are down,
I can probably play a couple games of quick play, but
okay.
I'm going to call it around 11:30ish at the latest
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I got to get up at 8 tomorrow. So
Oh no, I don't blame you. I'll probably cut off the stream here at around latest midnight. So we won't
Okay.
be playing
Yeah.
too long. But
cool.
Do you want us
Just a
to?
couple quick games.
yeah.
Would it be easier to get on the game chat?
I don't know. How do you guys want to
I don't
play it?
know how your stream will work with that.
It works
Um,
fine. It will work fine as long as we stay
Okay,
in
cool.
the group chat. We should be all right.
In the game chat or
Yeah, the
group chat?
group game chat. So,
Okay.
and
So if I leave the Discord call and join you guys on,
yeah, it should be fine. So,
okay.
all right.
Give me a second to set that up, and then I will
Yeah, for sure.
jump on.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna leave the Discord call.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna leave the Discord call to send me an invite.
All right, see ya.
Cool. Talk to you in a couple minutes.
All right. All right, chat. So that was fun. Just did a little bit of some tier lists, stuff like that. So, all right. Let me. Going to.
You there?
Yes, just a second. I'm gonna turn on the open chat. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. And then we will shortly wait. And I am actually going to use the restroom real quick, so I will be right back.
I'm
So-
actually gonna do the same real quick.
Yeah, so, alright. Alright, I am back. I'm not sure if anyone else is here. Doesn't look to be the case, so for now we will just hop into probably just hop into a training range, a practice range. So
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
Double kill.
Hold up now.
Double kill.
alright.
Too slow.
Double kill.
Hello.
No payment required. This one's on the house.
Double kill.
Are we all here?
Heck yeah.
Alright. I just threw us in a training range while I waited, so.
Now, hold on.
Alright.
Hear me now?
Oh, right
sorry.
as I get in.
Sorry. Alright, so.
Hear me? You guys hear me okay?
You're a little quiet, but yeah, I can hear you.
Hear me now?
I think you were at the same
Better or
volume.
worse?
I'm gonna go tank
Better
here.
or worse?
It's just the same.
Come on, Shelby, get your crap figured out.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
I was
good.
trying to-
I definitely still have your stream up, and I love the delay.
Yeah, the delay is a bit off. It
Yeah.
definitely is weird.
Is this any better?
I mean, you're still kind of quiet. Here, let me see if I can just, like... Is he quiet for you, Justin?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Oh, well, we're gonna get
I
him
was
now.
quick.
I don't know if it's my headset settings.
Yeah, I don't know.
Welcome
If I
to
do this, do you
Hollywood.
guys hear me better?
Prepare to attack.
Alright.
Select your hero.
Tell you what, though, I need to turn down my game volume. Jesus.
Oh, that little hoe took on her.
Just a second.
I'm gonna go...
I'm really loud in my own headset.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is why I feel like I'm being too loud to you guys.
Well, now you're alright.
Nah, yeah, that was a lot better.
Now, avoid.
Okay. Is
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
okay.
Camera, action!
Alright. Oh. Justin, why would you
Definitely
use
did
that?
not mean to do that.
Why would you use that in spawn?
It's
Bruh.
okay, we'll come back in like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
2,
Well, what if we
One.
need it
attack commences.
before then?
Capture objective
Okay, they're running Ryan Zarya.
Time to raise my DPS.
Ryan shield's broken. Oh, I just got destroyed. They're running Brig. That's gotta be great.
There's definitely a widow up there.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Nice kill.
I
on-
suck.
Nice kill on the Ryan.
Oh, that's why I got widowed. Nah. Stardust to Stardust.
They took their high ground. Holy shit, I need heals. Why is there just a Brig on me? Got the Brig? I gotta dive that Widow.
I'm getting focused by Ryan. Wherever it is.
Slut.
Got their Widow.
One for my highlight reel.
Where's OBJ? Oh, yeah, Ryan's already touched it.
Thanks for the save, Shelby.
They dead on me! Gonna get that Ana. Ana no sleep.
Zarya behind.
Cool.
Widow's half. Ryan's low.
Yeah, their Ash is gone.
Nice. I bomb.
I gotta let my shield heal.
Yeah, you're good.
I have window.
I'm body blocking him so he can't get on the point.
2 beans.
I got a Zarya on her back line, guys.
He's just in backline.
She's coming around the back.
Soldier got him. I'm gonna go on high ground here.
I just completely biffed that shot.
The Rhines just by themselves. Okay, well I'm sledding.
Oh, I didn't know he got shielded. How did I get shattered from that far away?
Who knows? I think it has a pretty decent range. I gotta get out. Oh, there's just a Zarya in the back line. Okay, just pull back. I got a headshot.
Jet.
Yeah, just pull back out of that. Coming back.
Oh.
Ryan can die? Ryan can die. Nice.
Oh my word, this Widow.
Yeah, the Widow's kind of wrecking everybody. Damn, this fucking Ashe, bro.
I watched that happen.
Knocked her off.
I need healing.
Oh, be quiet. I'm on my way.
Well, I was signaling the Ana. She was here. Okay, there's just a flanking Zarya again.
Yeah, she's been doing it the
I
whole
need heals
game.
bad, I'm 19 health. Their Widow, go back up. I almost have Mac again.
They have a very shield bot, Ryan.
Yeah, they really do.
Nope, nope. It's not just her up there.
Killed her Ryan with my mech call. Oh man. Okay. A shield. I need heals bad. Actually, I can grab this mega.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
I bomb. This Widow, bro. Oh wait, she has sights, doesn't she?
Time to raise my APM.
Trying to divert the Rhine's attention. Ryan probably has Shatter here.
Yeah, for sure that's getting too close.
Time to raise my APM.
Bro, he waited. Bruh. What the hell? He waited till I was out of mech to shatter me? What the hell? Oh man.
Alright, I died, so it's gonna take me a long time to get back to point. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
back
that's right
now.
here. You probably still have a nice rock.
I do have grab. I kind of want to save it.
You could probably use it here.
As soon as I came around that corner, I got a headshot by that freaking Widow.
Oh, their Widow's dead.
Does our soldier have ult?
Yeah, he's.
Or there?
using it.
Okay.
Holy shit! The Widow just shot the fuck out of me. Ryan's shield's broken. Got him. Yeah, he's such a shield bot. It's actually really funny. That poor Ashe. Nice. Oh man.
Nicely done, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
My funniest moment in that game was definitely when I killed the Rhine with my call mech.
Yeah.
That was so funny. He just was completely oblivious. Alright. Oops. Yeah, I'll go tank again. Shelby. Shelby! Okay, there you go.
Sorry, I was talking to Michelle.
No, you're good.
No excuse.
It is a very valid excuse. You just wouldn't know because you don't have a girlfriend. So piss on you, shit lips.
Wow. Dang.
Point.
I just got shit on.
Yeah, you kinda did.
You did.
Enemy turret ahead.
Aiden.
Yes.
Come here.
Enemy turret down.
You can't jump that far, that's upsetting.
You can. Wait, we're in the same exact skin. I just realized.
Someone say peanut butter? No, I do not want a peanut butter. Get a load of this.
Oh man.
Did somebody want some peanut butter?
No, I do not want the banana. Oh man.
By far my favorite Winston line.
Mm-hmm.
Select your
Oh,
hero.
get both of you as healers. Oh well. You guys
I'll
better
have
keep
some
me
fun.
alive.
What?
You guys are both healers, which means you better both keep me alive.
I'll just pocket you since
Alright.
Justin's going on him.
Are you trash talking my Ana? Listen, I've actually improved at Ana.
I don't think he believes you, Justin.
I may not get gold heals, especially if you're freaking Lucio.
One. Round one. Capture the objective.
And this little piggy's
Never
really
mind as well.
really all day.
Oh my god, that Ryan
It's
got
got
shit on.
on.
I just got hooked into oblivion.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, their hog was a very unexpected addition to their team.
Is now
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I'm not going in there with just that.
Come on, boy.
I should almost have
Wherever you
ult.
are.
I'm close to ult. This Rhine is getting
Reaper and
shit on.
backline.
Bro,
I've tried to heal you, but you walked away from me.
not gonna lie, I did kind of get a
Sorry,
lag
I
spike
was
there.
dealing with a Reaper in our backline.
How did both of our DPS die to
Literally,
that?
yeah, seriously.
I mean, were they shattered? No.
No.
Come on, Battle Bully.
Hog no hook. I'm going right side here.
Reaper somewhere again, I hear him.
Braids on the ground. Any deals?
Oh my word, this Hanzo.
I got put away from Hog, so...
This hog is solo carrying. Like, what the? Actually, that's not true.
Did you shatter? Did they
No,
shatter?
they shattered.
I have no idea what's going on.
Medical assistance. Actually, I can get this. Actually, we're gonna.
I have no idea what the team is. I'm so bad at this game. It's not even funny.
We know.
I may be bad at Overwatch, but at least I've got a girlfriend, big shit.
Come up with a valid excuse.
A valid excuse. Yeah, I'm too busy getting something to fucking devote time to this dipshit game. That's my excuse, pusswad.
Get this brick.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I mean, I did mean it, but... I love
I
you.
need.
Please.
Did
Dang
you just
it.
miss your nano? You missed,
I did,
and she just wasted nano.
and she did
Yeah, what's
just
your
waste it,
excuse,
you're right.
Justin, for missing your nano, you freaking pusshole?
Gosh dang it, that was the first time I died. Screw both of
Alright,
you.
let's go. Let's push it. Just push it. Just push it. I'm gonna die if I touch, but...
Honestly, that was such a good
I fell
speed
down
boost.
the hole because I'm stupid.
I'm so low. No!
I just got to...
Shelby!
I couldn't do anything.
I know. I have
Oh.
gold. Is it sad that I have
Super
gold damage?
slow.
Ugh.
Shelby,
Sad that
I literally have gold heals. What are you doing with your
Bro,
life?
you're Ana. What do you mean?
I
Why
was
are you
trying
flexing?
to stick the fucking thing. Justin, you know what? Why don't you lick my entire butthole?
Oh man. I have gold
I
damage.
have gold healing. Kiss my ass.
I had gold healing. You just took it. What's your healing?
Oh man.
I can't say what you are because of Twitch TLS.
I was
but you're
going.
bad.
I was going to say. You guys be careful there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What you are.
Capture the objective.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you, Aiden.
I want to call him something, but I don't know if it's...
Just don't. If you feel like you shouldn't, then don't.
If you have to question it, that means you shouldn't.
It's not,
Reaper on the
but
left.
it's not that word. It's just a different way of saying that word.
Yeah, I still wouldn't.
Okay.
Oh, nice rock.
It's like a not nice substitute.
This Rhine is just after me. I need heals!
I'm dead. Also, their Hanzo is 100% just targeting me. He likes to just single out the black dude. It's kind of messed up.
Did you really just solo shatter him?
Maybe.
Tweet. I just got direct hit in that.
What? No, their Rhine missed their Oh my god, he just... Oh, I'm taking the Rhine for a ride.
Okay, bye.
I killed the Rhine, that's all I'm happy about.
No regrets, huh?
No regrets.
Oh, I'm so close to dead.
You guys only have a Sigma shield, so be careful. I'm on my way back.
Oh.
Somebody's on the left. Never mind, he's dead. This Rhine just can't catch a break! Behind you! Behind you guys!
Where's he at?
He got stunned, luckily.
Fuck!
Nice anti.
Oh my god, I hate this Hanzo. He is just after me. I mean,
Oh,
he
he's after
just-
me too. Don't worry.
I mean, that's his job to
Freaking
be
hate
after
this
the healers.
Hanzo.
Can you talk about that on Twitch with Twitch TLS?
What?
The, you know, societal, cultural, racial
Probably
phenomena that happened in the late 1800s, early 1800s?
I don't know if you can. Bro, I almost just died instantly. What the hell?
I should have done something about
Oh my word.
that. Died before I could press the Y button.
Nah, it's alright.
Whoever's on point, just stay on point. Okay.
Well, we got to 99. It's alright.
I will push with the rest of the team.
We can honestly push with your ult. So, like, speed boost us in and use your ult as your speed boosting. Just don't get it.
Well,
It's okay, we all got it.
I pressed Y to go in and then... Okay.
You got solo shattered.
It was fun while it lasted.
I'm low. I'm low. I need help.
Did we get the point back? Oh, I thought we got the
No.
point back from
Oh,
that.
wait. I didn't realize we didn't have any healers.
Yeah, I ended up dying in that push.
I mean, we're not... I mean, we kind of lost, but they're down quite a few people. So, we can honestly just push back in. So... Bro, my health.
Okay, there's a Reaper in our back line.
Stay
just
away from
happened.
fucking...
Bruh, the brig just saved their Rhine. It's actually dog water.
I am so bad with healers. I think the only character I can play well is Suggy Boy.
This is a bad thing about quick play too, is that there's no coordination.
I'm sorry.
Get blocked.
You ready, Aiden?
Yep. Do it.
I gotta get locked onto you.
I don't have a very low shield. Right.
The whole team was around you.
Yeah, but I had to touch.
I'm trying to stick you even though I'm dying currently.
Oh, it's massive. It's massive.
I'm stunned.
It's just...
I don't know if I saved us with my boogie or...
You did. You absolutely did.
You really did.
Oh my god. 1-to-1, guys.
Nice save.
I
1-to-1.
think my
That
boogie
honestly
was
came
the key
in
to that.
clutch.
Oh, it definitely was, because I was low and then you used beat. It was great. I think I was. I'm pretty sure I was.
Can I say bippity boppity on Twitch TOS?
I don't know why you wouldn't.
But the thing I say after
Oh,
bippity
no,
boppity-
probably
No,
no.
no, you
No,
cannot.
you cannot.
No.
Dang!
Why would you
Which
be
means
Shelby.
I probably couldn't talk about
Shelby,
the
if you
societal
have
No,
to
you
racial
probably
question
not.
it, it's a no.
early 1700s, late
No, you
1800s, huh?
No, you probably couldn't.
Dang. Twitch, no fun. I can't say. I can't say my favorite race word. I mean, Twitch knows how to be a wet blanket. I mean, come on.
That's really all platforms, though. if you look at
Do
it. Like, I'm not
what?
gonna say much, but Ryan's on the ground.
That hurt.
I got a Reaper
Hey,
on me.
Sugma, lose your shield, guy. For the heal.
Oh, I need
Come on,
heals.
now that's classic Sugma play. I'm coming towards you.
Back up.
I'm keeping the pressure on. The pressure on. What do you
Okay,
mean
but I
back
could
up?
barely see you. I could barely see you around the corner.
Sigma now? They're going double shield like us. I didn't even realize that we were going double shield until now.
This Reaper is loving his flank, so be careful.
Their Rhine! I feel so bad for their Rhine. Got you.
Happy I was behind you.
How did they get our Sigma behind my shield? I gotta recharge my shield, so be careful. Bro, their Rhine's just throwing at this point. That was such a massive.
Oh, come back.
Thank you. Oh, the Rhine's just on the point? Their Rhine is so bad. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, he's just full on charging on the point. Like, no regards to his own safety. He might come to the back. He might try and flank. Oh, shit. They're going high ground, I think.
Oh my word.
God, I'm getting some lag here. I'm not gonna lie.
Aiden, don't lose this point.
I'm trying. Are you not here?
No, I died. I got frickin' pinned.
You're online.
Pop out a little bit, Aiden.
Oh my god, this
Oh, I fucking almost got him.
this Rhine, I literally pinned him as he was coming around the corner.
Victory.
That Lucio that was just running around point on walls, as he was jumping between pillars, I tried to boop him off, and he got saved by a pillar, just barely. And then when he landed off of his jump from being saved by the pillar, I just bopped him on the face with my fist, and he died.
Oh yeah, that was.
I will say that this whole clip is it was my doing, because
Oh,
I saved you
definitely.
with Boogie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever.
No, it was because I was low health and he saved
He
me
was
with
he
being-
was at like
I
low
guess we'll give it
100.
to Shelby.
So, I got 34 wins that game. That's
I
actually
want to see what my stats were.
34 wins.
Gold healing with 13,000. That's probably not that great, but it's good enough for me.
13,000's pretty good.
Okay.
That's good, definitely for a quick play game.
We're off now, though, boys.
All right, no problem.
How dare you?
Well,
Don't you how dare me.
I just did. What are you gonna do about it?
I literally have a
I am going
7:30
to-
a.m. class tomorrow.
Yeah, so you should probably end stream soon, too.
I will within probably
time
the next
is it?
hour. Oh shit.
It's 11 here.
Yeah, it's 11 here, so.
Oh dang.
Now
Oh,
entering
God.
the temple.
Sorry, but I'm kicking us out of this game because
Yeah, you're
no
good.
way. But all right, well, we will see
Yeah,
you later.
I'm gonna hop off,
Shelby.
so.
All right. See you later.
All right. See you later,
Yeah.
Shelby.
Adios.
Bye.
See you later.
You still up for a couple games?
Heck yeah.
All right. Gonna select your role.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh.
But yeah, that was actually a good game. I might get a few
Mhm.
a few good highlights out of this. Out of that one alone. That game alone. A couple good highlights. Their Rhine. I mean, what the hell was their Reinhardt doing?
Their Vine honestly started throwing at that
Oh,
point.
I know. I mean, surely he was, because if he wasn't, I seriously question his, like, sanity. Because
Mhm.
his gameplay, like, I don't know, knowledge.
So, guess what I saw at the parade today?
What?
Trisha.
Gross.
Yeah.
Prepare to attack.
Probably can't go into that too much since we're on Twitch, but yeah. Fun.
I'm gonna keep going Zana. I was having pretty good luck.
Yeah.
Violence always a solution.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
But yeah, I'll probably end this stream in like probably 2 more games, and then
Yeah.
an after stream we can sort of, you know, talk about that. Okay, so they have a rhyme.
Oops.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort
Ooh. Bro, that Hanzo just destroyed me.
The battle continues.
Dude, wow, I'm getting some lag. Not very good. That's great.
Yeah.
Hanzo. I'm better. I've shattered though.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh my word, this Widow. I have bronze damage.
Gold, so I'm doing something at least.
Keep pushing forward.
I killed their Zarya? That sleep! They fucking slept.
Oh my word, somebody take care of the Widow.
Oh, the point?
She's literally tearing us apart.
Mercy got it.
Oh my word.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward. Pressure. I was antied, I couldn't do much.
Enemy seen.
Oh my god, this is dreadful. This is just... Ooh, man. Alright, I'm going left side here.
You wanna push in with Nano?
Can if we want.
I gotta get to you.
Oh, what a grab. I was gonna say, like... Mine's on the ground. Alright, please somebody stay on cart.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. This is not your time.
Nobody
This
good.
Widow is after me.
60 seconds remaining.
They're Hanzo, but I'm dead.
I tried sleeping them.
Tried sleeping the line? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I tried to sleep the line.
30 seconds remaining.
My ultimate is charged.
Go right.
Dual visor activated.
10 seconds.
I'm gonna touch. I don't have heals. Oh.
Yeah, that was devastating.
That was... Doesn't help that. I mean, sure I'm Reinhardt, but like my damage was 4,000 and it was gold.
Play of the game.
So there it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That Widow
it does
tore
me.
us apart and our DPS did nothing.
Yeah, I could have switched to like
Literally-
Winston maybe, but like I don't know.
Literally, our Mercy had to take care of it.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But,
The fact that the Mercy actually, like, killed her, though,
mhm.
that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, this will probably be the last game for the stream, and then I'll cut it off.
Yeah.
So.
Traveling to Nepal. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
They took Anna from you.
Oh, what the hell?
Justice done. Hostile environment warning. Low temperatures detected.
Round one. Capture the objective.
I'm going high ground. Mine's on the ground. Jesus Christ! What in the world?
The objective is
There was
You
so
just don't
much
like-
damage.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I tried to stall point a little.
Yeah.
Captain Junkrat, ready to set fire.
Oh wait, to get that charge off.
I was right in the middle of it.
Literally 17 health. Can't do much. Go main this time. We'll go high ground. Nice kill. Almost dead. Nice.
Double.
It's 2 staggers. They're gonna go main, I think.
I have beat.
I'll need it. Oh, I need it. Maybe not. Never mind.
No, you're good.
Where is their run? He's coming.
You see him?
I think he's coming. Yeah, he's main. I took the diva. I am 26 HP. Damn it.
Reaper on point.
I am low. Yeah, I'm dead.
I have beat. No,
You still alive? I'm just getting out of spawn.
no. I'm holding for the team.
Yeah. Above us. I have shattered.
He has not used Death Blossom, so he definitely has it.
Bruh.
I was trying to jump above it. I didn't really have much of a choice.
Oh my god, it's massive. It's fucking massive.
Watch out for
Somebody's
Death
on point.
Blossom. It's Reaper. Yep, I saw it coming.
I'm dead here.
I couldn't get beat off quick enough.
You still have beat?
First round lost.
Should just use it preemptively.
I went to go use it, but I got killed before it actually did the animation.
Well, it said you still had it. But it didn't cancel.
Yeah, no, like I hit it, but I died before it like did the animation, so it didn't take it away.
I'm gonna just go left side fully. Oh, they have a Sombra.
I fell down, by the way.
Ryan's dead. You're down too. I'm pushing forward. Hog now. Hog no hook. No hook again. Bruh. This hog was just all over me. There's a Reaper in the inside room, I think. No Moira went to DPS. Is good. Oh yeah, you guys got that. Should have Shatter here this next fight. Interesting. Okay.
There's no way I'm surviving that one.
I'm just backing up. They have a Junkrat now. I killed him. There's just a Reaper behind us.
Yeah, that Reaper's been flanking all game.
Let's just push him. Okay, well, if I have health. But thank God I did not.
Can I get some help?
God damn it. I'm dead here. It's alright. We're getting it to 99. Let's go left side here. Go left out here. Can you hear me? You can still hear me.
Yeah, there's a Reaper behind us.
Just go left side. Don't go main. Why are we still going main?
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to heal the teammates before I cut over.
Now they're just going spawn. I mean, if they just go spawn, they know I'm here. Got their mercy.
Actually, what are our DPS right now?
I don't know. I allowed you guys to push in, but drawing them back. And I have Shatter, so. Careful, Reaper's coming in on you.
How
Got
did we
it.
take that?
I
Literally,
pooped him
how
off.
did we take that?
It's just a surprise to me as it is to you.
1-1.
Converge on the objective.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
An ultimate is charging. They check in.
Careful. Junk's dead. I need kills. Killed their run.
Reaper to our left.
He teleported to main. He got a recharge shield. Even a Rissa now?
Reaper on our right.
Oh, it's fucking massive. That's kind of my fault, not gonna lie. Is the Reaper just soloing everybody? Is that how it is? I mean, fuck's sake. How are we not killing one Reaper? We have a Meg and another Reaper. There we go. Did you nano the Moira?
I missed the Reaper because she jumped in front of it. I mean, it still worked.
True. I need heals. Why are you playing in front of my shield?
I was trying to sleep her.
In front of my shield?
I couldn't get a good angle. Excuse me.
I'm walking in.
Reaper and backline again. God damn it. I missed my fucking sleep.
I have Shatter. Alright, go left side. Guys! Holy shit! Group up! How long was I fucking there? It's like...
There goes that.
Oh my god. And the whole team still didn't group up.
I will not give up the fight.
Oh my god.
This would have
Did people still go center?
Only I did.
Why'd you go center?
Because I was healing you guys from center because nobody was paying attention to me.
But why would you not go left with the team?
Because I would have got killed first.
Alright, well, I am going to end the stream there, so take care, everybody.